fellow geeks, good evening. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostgeeks. We, of course, have our regular players tonight, Chase, Em, Ian, Matt, playing the motley crew of Haskell, Quill, Mooneye, and Stew Drinker.
Handstand champions.
Yes, recently crowned handstand champions, although only 2 of you were technically handstand champions. The other 2 were avid supporters and crowd
distractors.
Yes. Before we dive in tonight, just some quick call-outs. As usual, we are using the system and setting of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition by Wizards of the Coast and playing through their module, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. This is unsponsored yet enthusiastic fan content, and you can find a lot of the maps and tokens and cool things that we're using on the Rime of the Frostmaiden bundle over on Roll20. So, yeah, cool. If you'd like to help out the heroes, you can do the usual stuff like giving hero points and that kind of thing if you want to be lame. Or if you want to make things really cool and spicy, you can give me villain points and affirmate the villains, and we'll just have lots of excitement.
He's full of lies. You guys know in your hearts what's the right thing to do.
You can go either way. You can pick. The decision is yours. Boring, exciting. I'm just laying out the terms here.
I think last session we saw that they know when to give the points on either side. Crank up the tension and then help assist when the
Chad is
right.
Chad is the best pacer of combat. They know exactly when to swoop in. So just keep doing your awesome thing, chat. If you're new around here, though, you can type !engage to learn how to do all that cool stuff. Let's see, any other things? Oh, I need to take care of some blessings real quick before we get rolling here. Let me. Okay, gotta roll some stuff. First, random blessing, courtesy of M, who has reached sub 7 month. Is that your 7 month?
7 months.
Huge.
We've been affiliate for 7 months now. How amazing is that?
It's really cool.
It's very
so
exciting.
I'll roll that randomly for you. And that one is going to Stew Drinker.
Yes.
That's so appropriate.
Ooh.
Probably Quill's favorite person in the party.
Maybe.
But we're not keeping
We all know
score
who it
here.
is. Come on.
And then we've got a blessing to Quill, it looks like, as well. I'll roll those up. So here's Stew Drinkers and Quill's. Let's see. Oh, it would help to have the correct sheet open, I think. Okay, Stew, you are getting blessed with the Charm of the Storm. Oh man, I rolled that. I rolled them at the same time. Listen, I'm going to GM override. I'm going to give that one to Quill because she's been yearning for it for her entire life.
The stone?
No, the storm.
Storm. I have been yearning for the storm my whole life.
Yes.
That is very kind. I was like, I don't need to be strong.
No, storm.
That's wonderful.
Stew Drinker, that would leave you with the Charm of Fresh Snow. Would you like a reroll?
I will take it.
One. Okay, you
I
guys
think
had
I'll
fun
need
with
it.
that last time.
Yeah.
Sneaking around the cave, surprising Haskell and Mooneye. It was good times.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I need to get off this screen because poor Roll20 is having a hard time on my end. Okay, I think I've covered everything so far. Oh my goodness, you guys, I just checked chat. It would be worth checking in on your end. We're up to 12 villain points so far, so my speech worked.
Ooh.
They want an
Yeah.
exciting stream tonight.
You're not allowed to make diplomacy rolls anymore.
Oh.
I'm sure that they will swoop in and save you, no problem. As usual, they like you guys way too much to just let you die at my hands. But who knows? Maybe this is the night that all changes.
Maybe.
Let's hope not. Okay, so previously on Rime of the Frostgeeks, after looting the rest of the bear cave, the heroes gathered up the black Chardalyn weapons and sent Eska and her tribesmen homeward with some supplies, much to Haskell's disapproval. On the road back to East Haven, they ran into some Goliaths from the Sky Tower Shelter clan, the clan that is rivals with Mooneye and Stew Drinker's home clan of Wormdoom Crag. There was some tough talk and some swagger about, but it all came down to the handstand competition of all handstand competitions. And our heroes emerged victorious from said competition and won themselves a bag of magic beans that I'm sure we will have fun with at some point. Haskell, I think the last plan I heard was to cook them up in a stew and see what happened.
No, Quill succeeded her knowledge and shut down that fun plan. So,
so that's a no. That's a no-go. So then you guys made your way back to East Haven, and now that you've sold some of your loot, you are preparing, I should say, to head into the Lake Witch's lair and retrieve the magical cauldron that is supposedly able to feed many mouths. And so you find yourselves at, I did a horrible job describing it last session because I was a little bit rushed, but I will take another shot at it this time. So if you guys remember all the way back in Bremen, a lot of these lakes are frozen over, and you saw this on the map as well. A lot of the lakes are partly frozen over, so fishermen have to drag their boats across the ice to reach, open water. So you guys have trekked your way a little ways from town out across this ice, and you see before you this bit of open water. You see an empty fishing boat, and then off to your right-hand side along the cliff wall, there are 3 cave openings of varying heights. One is right at the water level. Then there's another one maybe 20 feet from water level, and then another one about 30 feet up.
And they're all vertically above each other?
No, not stacked. They're sort of, I think, like stairs. They're kind of arranged like that. So next to each other and slowly farther up. They appear to be natural. There's nothing like, they are certainly not, perfectly formed or anything like that. The cliff face itself is, jagged, ragged ice. So it does appear to be climbable if you wanted to try to get up to one of the higher ones. But where you are right now, actually go ahead and make some perception checks real quick for me.
Rolling dice so early?
We're jumping right into it.
Dun, dun. We've got no bonuses so far, and I got a natural 17. Oh,
why did you say
23.
it like that? You made me excited.
Why did you say it like that?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I got the real natural up in here. I got natural 20.
That I just want you to know that the way you said your natural 17 really draws from the excitement of Chase's nat 20.
Oh.
So could you please be more considerate in the future?
Come on.
I will try.
Okay, we got some solid rolls. All of you guys are super perceptive, especially Haskell. But you notice some footprints in the ice. I should say in the ice of the lake, headed toward the mouth of the water level cave. You follow me?
How fresh they look.
Does the ice go all the way to that water level cave, or because there was a discussion about a boat before? And
Yeah. So I was a little bit confused last time, but you are on the edge of where the water becomes water. But basically you could kind of just continue along the ice bit and make your way toward the cave.
Okay.
So it looks like, judging from where the boat is and everything. Oh, and Haskell, with your nat 20, I'll say you notice some fishing supplies in the boat and some empty bottles of ale. So what you would maybe guess happened is perhaps there were fishermen out fishing, and for some reason they like kind of temporarily docked here and then made their way to the cave.
It's obviously because they ran out of ale. Let's not pretend we don't know. Those empty bottles of ale are clutch.
Tell
this story.
what kind of tracks they are?
They look humanoid. They look like boot prints.
I'm gonna go grab the fishing supplies. I'm gonna look in one of the bottles. I'm gonna sniff it. I'm gonna tip it upside down. I'm just gonna throw it.
Where are you throwing it?
Just in the middle of like the lake.
Okay, everyone, let's just remember this moment. Haskell does not care about nature. He is actively littering everyone.
This place, this nature is dead and frozen.
And this is after Earth Day too. Come on, Chase.
Tisk tisk. Haskell. Haskell.
What?
You see the bottle bobbing in the water.
Does the fishing gear remind you of Vinny?
Yes. Do you know how to fish, Stew Drinker?
Kind of.
Vinny knew how to fish better than kind of. You should carry this. It might come in handy.
All right. I'll do my best.
I'm gonna carry it over to Stew Drinker.
The fishing pole and tackle.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'll like strap it on. Well, I probably can't strap it on his back. I'm not tall enough. I'm just gonna hold it up to him.
Stew Drinker will take it and then try to strap it on.
Are we planning on fishing?
Perhaps.
Didn't you know, Moon Eye? You can use it for many things besides fishing.
The only source of income we've made in this place is through meat. If we're going to survive, we'll probably have to fish for it.
People do like fish in the 10 towns.
Should we go follow them? The cave can't be that dangerous if a couple of fishermen are approaching.
Perhaps they do not know what they are getting themselves into.
I have known fishermen to generally be wise. Except for that one that we met on the boat. With the little creature that we trapped in the bottle, or the box, I don't remember.
What about the fishermen when we met, who refused to go out and fish?
I suppose they weren't very wise either.
I cannot recall a single wise fisherman that we have run into.
Haskell's gonna look up and think for a little bit. Me neither. Good
Oh,
point,
but what
Quill.
about Vinny? Got you.
Let us go.
She made a joke for the first time, and he's just like, let's leave.
Nope, we're ignoring that one.
Okay, that seems fair.
While everyone is discussing fishing, I'd say it's probably pretty noticeable that Stew Drinker is kind of staring off wistfully into the distance. And this is a random fact about Stew Drinker, in that when he was at the age of 12, that was when he fell in love for the first time. He was hunting and he fell through the ice, but when he woke up, he had realized that he was saved by a group of fishermen, and a girl amongst that group had sort of revitalized him with a warm bowl of stew. And it was that incident that made him ask for it every time whenever his parents or tribe would ask him what he wanted to eat.
I love it.
So just to be clear, is that when Stew Drinker fell in love with Stew, or fell in love and then likes Stew because he fell in love?
I'd say a little bit of both.
Fucking know those goes.
I love that.
Excellent tea.
Yeah. What were these human fishermen? Or was this like a group of Goliaths roaming about?
This was a group of Goliaths.
Okay, that I figured because you guys are kind of keep to yourselves, but
Mhm.
good to know. Would you like to give this stew making Goliath a name, or would you like to leave it up to me?
Well, I had the idea that at least her tribal name, the clan nickname for her was Fire Master.
That is very hardcore. I like her already.
And
Cool.
she brews stew. Like,
Well,
that's it in
you
heaven.
gotta. I mean, what else are you gonna do with fire if you're the master of fire? That seems like the best way to use that, I would say. RLU has a name suggestion. I want to hear it, even though I love Fire Master, but I just want to hear what Unicorn has proposed for this character. Esmeralda Stewmaker.
Pretty solid.
Stewmaker, stew drinker. That's funny.
I'll take that.
Her name we'll say her name is Esmeralda. How's that?
Fantastic.
Esmeralda. All right, cool. Me just frantically taking notes. No big deal.
We rested and sold the meat. We're level 6. Is that right?
Oh my goodness, I apologize.
Boomer says hello.
Boomer says hooray for level 6.
Woo!
Yes, all of that is correct.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. You guys, I don't know what's up with my dog. Your pocket, where do you keep the sending stone, Quill?
Definitely in my pocket. What if I
Okay.
need to access it quickly?
It's a good question. Okay, so it vibrates, or I don't know. Does it have a ringtone? Did you give Everest a ringtone?
Of course. It is just this strange, almost futuristic chirping or ringing of some sort. You can probably imagine it.
Okay. It does that. It makes those little chirpy sounds.
What is that? Oh, and she'll reach in her pocket and pull it out, look at everyone else, and take a quick 5 steps to the side before tapping into it magically and listening to the first message.
Haskell's gonna follow her so closely. What are you doing?
Shh, I'm listening.
Haskell's gonna get really close and put his ear up towards Quill.
She'll groan and she'll let me hear my friends.
Haskell's been bugging you. The message played and you missed it.
No,
you have to push rewind. You have to backtrack.
She'll send back. I am sorry. I was not alone, and I could not hear your message. Please repeat.
Comes back. Tranquility. I thought you would be more reliable than this. I have to be honest. I am a little bit disappointed with the lack of report so far. Please respond. Give me an update. I've been worried sick.
Oh. She was going to say something snarky, but now she ended with, you were worried sick. And
then another message follows up. I've been worried sick my investment would not pay off.
Okay, she'll tap back in. You could just say that you missed me, you know. And I'll leave it at that and wait a second.
Haskell can hear all this, right? Or is this like telepathic in her head?
I've yet to unpack the finer details of how Sending Stone works, and we're already taking liberties. So I guess I'll leave that to Quill. We'll say there's a speakerphone and there's a listen. Like
she has. So I think right now it can be heard a little bit, but you'd have to be close.
Okay, so Haskell, you can probably make out little bits and pieces.
Yeah, he's uncomfortably close. He's not respecting personal space right now.
Haskell, stop.
Stop what?
Be listening.
Why? This pertains to all of us.
It is private.
Oh, it's that kind of conversation. Very well. I will just listen to your portion. Make sure you don't make a fool of yourself.
She gets bright red and just like firmly turns her back to him and waits for the next message.
I can assure you, your reception back here will be much warmer if you have relevant information to give me. I can make sure of it.
She'll blush again, this time for a different reason.
You don't need to sigh in the sending rock.
Stop it. I was not saying
It's a waste of the arcane energies.
I wasn't saying... Haskell. She's going to say, now is a bad time, Avarisk. I am looking into the item we discussed, but things have been a bit dangerous here.
Have you found Dazan?
Didn't I tell her last time that Dazan was dead?
I guess.
I think last time I messaged her, I said Dazan was dead, and we got a location to investigate.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then never mind. She'll ask, have you investigated what Dazan was so interested in?
Yes, there is a tower close by that I will be investigating. Unfortunately, I must look into this cave first. Dazan's thing was the tower, right? I didn't just... Okay, cool. Whew. Whew.
Do you require additional assistance? Or are your lackeys sufficient?
As of now, we have things under control.
Be all business. Say something flirtatious.
What are you wearing today?
He's gonna face palm. He's gonna shake his head and he's gonna walk away. He's gonna go tell Moon Knight to Drinker about it.
I mean, damn it. I'll just wait nervously.
Women do not care about clothing that is being worn.
Moon Knight is chiming in now.
You should tell her that your musk protrudes strongly for her.
Don't say that.
Is that my musk protrudes strongly for her?
He's the sending rock off.
I don't know.
It means you are sweating out your desire.
Oh my god.
It is good.
I am not going to say this thing.
It would work, is all I'm saying.
It would not.
If I get very desperate, I will try it. But I am going to see how my clothes comment comes across first.
She says, the usual, my white cloak and the tears of my enemies.
Hot. I have to go now. Message soon. And I'm going to pocket it. So she just left it at hot. Message soon. Gotta go.
You feel a buzz of a final message coming through.
I'll reluctantly open it and press it to my ear so no one else can listen in on this.
You worry far too much, my dear. Have some confidence. That's very sexy.
She'll just clear her throat and move on.
All right, you guys are here at the mouth of the cave. And so you've got the water level cavern, the 20-foot high one, and then I believe the 30-foot high one.
If I were a witch, I think I would reside in the bottom of the cave.
I've lied to you. There are 4 openings. 2 of them are 30 feet high. Nothing else with the description has changed.
My answer remains the same. After spotting that 4th entrance.
Haskell's just like, whoa, there's another one. It seems like it just appeared out of thin air.
Okay. And we go in.
Is it fairly dark in there?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Light
No,
on my drum.
do not do your light,
But why?
because I find it frustrating in many ways.
That's not a good answer.
I will turn on, I will give the three of them the eyes of night along with me so that you can see for 300 feet, dark vision, for an hour.
300 feet?
By the
Yes.
gods. Does my eye look all terrible like yours now?
It looks just as ugly as it always has.
That's a relief. Yours looks dead. No offense.
Mine looks like the way the maiden wished it to be.
This is better. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think that's maybe among my favorite Moon Eye answers to a question ever.
I know. So good.
Especially for something as relatively harmless as a light spell. Just like, no, please, for the love of God, do not cast that spell. Like, of all the things Haskell has done, this is by far apparently the most offensive to Moon Eye.
It defies the twilight. It eats at my soul in many ways.
Okay.
Let me propose
Not
a
to
question
mention
to
it
you.
involves the drum, which just frustrates me.
The drum is coming either way.
Someday the drum will be crushed.
Have we ever succeeded at a mission of stealth?
Are you arguing for the drum
No.
with that question?
I'm just wondering, do we slow down and even waste the effort? Or do we just have Stew Drinker run in there, start shouting heroic deeds, and face whatever is in the cave?
I think that we should probably just walk in, and no need for shouting or for going very slowly.
Living one's life in the middle is a very boring path, Quill.
I'm not boring.
I have
And her mind is immediately going back to the message she got from.
I have respect for those who
Everest.
live their lives quietly and relaxing. I have respect for those who live their lives dangerously and quickly. I don't have much respect for those who just float.
Then I will walk boldly.
Oh, Quill, you still have so much to learn. Very well. He's gonna smack Stew Drinker on the back of the calf. Onwards, then. You lead us.
All right. And Stew Drink will start marching forward.
Okay. Oh, I gotta move maps. Okay. Also, Moon Eye, just as you guys are moving more toward the entrance of the cave, you see just outside of it, there's a small, like, crystalline bottle. It's clearly made of ice, but it's so fine that it almost is like glass. And it's got a little cork in it. And when you get near it, you kind of hear a familiar Chwinga chuckle on the breeze. And you think this gift was left for you.
Thank you, little ones. Your blessing is much appreciated. That reminds me of a question. Do Chwinga things go away between sessions?
Yes. So you have
wolf down that cookie.
you have a bottled whale song here. And you infer that what this will do is if you shatter this bottle or open it, a whale song will start playing basically. And you gain a pool of 3 inspiration D6s. and you can use them
Ooh.
all at once. Like, so if you made one check, you could drop all 3d6s to bump that check up, or you could use them on 3 different checks or any combination. But you get 3d6s to use within a minute on checks only, not damage. You're just, this whale song inspires you and fills your heart with,
So it's
I
like a
don't know.
bottled Haskell song, but better.
yeah, but a whale.
We're speaking whale like the
Alright.
animal, like Dory speaking whale style.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What does that sound like, Tori?
How's that?
Very good.
I'm
Goes-
impressed.
Now imagine that, and it
Fantastic.
goes for a minute. So
That's a lot.
that's a lot. I expect that to be clipped. I just have to live with that being out on the internet now for all eternity. Okay, so you have been gifted with this lovely bottle there, Moon Eye. You guys can all see yourselves on the map, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so there
Uh-huh.
you all are. And everyone can see. I should have given you all dark vision, I believe. So let me know if that's not working. All right, Stew Drinker, you plow through.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
indeed.
As you guys start moving, when you hit about here, this point, I need you all to make acrobatics checks.
Like Haskell should be better at acrobatics than he is.
Oh, Moon Eye. That is a critical failure.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
Wow. What are these acrobatics checks, you guys?
We're on
This is
ice,
shameful.
Tori, okay?
I'm carrying a Yeti tyke named
Well,
Gale.
Okay, that's fair. So Stew Drinker, you kind of slip and slide, but you keep your balance. Everyone else, you guys hit this ice and it is just especially slippery. So all 3 of you tumble and just look like doofuses as you smack the ice and fall down.
Haskell's gonna look so excited. Oh, and he's gonna crawl back to where it was less slick. And then I want to get a running start, and I just want to belly slide down this ice.
Okay,
I'm
you
not
can
waiting
go
for
quite
Stew
far.
Drinker anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
Incredible.
Let's see. Why don't you roll a strength check?
Okay.
To see how far you can push yourself.
16.
Okay. So you go, let me measure this out. So you go, you go all the way here. You go 35 feet across the ice. Phew.
Nice. He's
And
gonna just
Haskell
keep trying to like
jets
push
across the
himself
ice.
along.
Okay.
He's gonna like sit cross-legged and just be kind of like pushing himself along now.
The rest of you, basically, what you see that the ice continues to be slippery. So basically,
Lunai is going to raise his hand for his brother to come help him get up.
Are you
And
okay,
as-
brother?
I think so. But I'm going to lean in. But don't tell anyone else. You know that little bone in the very end of your back, just above your ass? I fell on it and it really hurts. But don't tell the rest of them.
Your-
I think
your
I
s-
may have broken it.
Oh no.
I did
your
that once
secret's safe with
before.
me.
Thank you. It's be fine. I'll
I-
work through it.
I felt that, Ian, as someone who lives with ice. I feel that. Okay. The rest of you who are walking, basically what this means is all of this is difficult terrain. So you can walk normally if you are treating it as difficult terrain and moving half your speed. If you decide to move your full speed, you will need to make an acrobatics check to keep your feet, is basically what this means. Unless, I guess, you will take Haskell's approach and just penguin slide across the ice. But that will result in you being prone as well.
Moon Eye's going to take out his hammer and kind of use it as a cane to help balance as he walks his way along slowly.
Gale is kind of whining at you, Quill, because you tumbled and dropped him, and he is grumpy at you.
Oh, hush. And I'm going to pick him up, and I'm going to tuck him inside of like that like sash thing that I sometimes have him in. So that way, if I fall, I won't drop him.
As you try and wrangle him into this sash, he kind of fights you as he sees what Haskell is doing. And he seems very eager to try that.
So be it. Go ahead, Gale.
Okay.
Give it a whirl.
Gale is just going to start like Bambiing like across the ice. Like he's just having a great time. He's like slipping and sliding. He's like crashing into the wall, not violently, but he's just goofing all over the ice.
That's
I
cute.
see your mother finally let you do something fun.
He slides past you with a Yeti-type smile on his face. All right, the rest of you oldies are moving over here across the ice.
So slowly.
Little by little. Haskell, are you waiting? You're just full
No,
steam
I'm
ahead
okay.
sliding.
So I'm gonna pluck an eyelash. His eyes are gonna glow purple. He's gonna blow on it. He's gonna turn invisible, and he's gonna keep scooching on ahead of everybody.
Okay.
Prone and like sliding as much as he can.
Mm-hmm. Are you still trying to slide fast, or are you just like scooching?
I'm going like as fast as I can possibly slide, but there's
Okay.
no point in walking.
Okay.
when
At
you
one
have this
point,
joy of sliding.
Gale definitely crashes into you because he can't see you anymore. he is careening around the ice. But you guys make your way. I'll just move you up to the next point of interest because nothing around here is that exciting. But I guess before you guys round this corner, Haskell will get to this waterfall first. Haskell and Gale. So you see this, what is now a frozen waterfall. It amounts to a 15-foot wall of ice, basically. But you can tell that it is just like a waterfall that was almost like, well, not flash frozen, but there's ice buildup, as if it froze over time. And you guys know what I'm talking about. So
It's down.
Yep. So yeah, so it's 15 feet above you. There's like another ledge where the frozen water continues.
Okay, 15 foot below.
Above.
You are 15 feet down. You have to ascend 15
You're not going to go
feet.
flying off.
Oh,
of it.
okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I have to go up the waterfall.
Correct. Mm-hmm. So you've basically reached a wall.
I want to try to climb right here.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
So you're climbing the stone, not the ice?
Yeah. Like where
Smart,
the
I wouldn't have
stone
thought of that.
Like where the
The-
stone and ice meet.
I will say the ice looks more climbable because it has more like, edges and things like that.
I'll go
But-
between the two so I can get like a solid hand grip and like
Mm,
use the
mhm.
ice as well.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay. 16.
16. I gotta find where I'm at. Okay. 16. Yeah, you scramble up the cliffside or the, I guess, waterfall and make it up. I should mention now as you guys are walking through, the wind is just like not like hurricane speeds or anything, but it is kind of blowing through like it would at like the mouth of a canyon or something, The wind is moving through this cavern, and whether it is like actually because of a creature or just because of the way the cave is set up, it's hard to tell, but it sounds like this steady droning wail. And yeah, so you guys probably reach the wall here as Haskell reaches the top of the ledge. and Gale is sort of jumping at the waterfall, kind of trying to find a way to scramble up, but he's not much good at it.
I'll shout down over the edge. Try climbing over here. It wasn't that difficult.
I'll lift Gale up.
It's 15 feet, so you could probably...
Yeah, I can get him to, like, at least...
to where he could, like,
Yeah,
reach.
kind of scramble up the last few feet.
Okay. Em, why don't you go ahead and make a little check for little Gale?
Uh-oh. Okay. Let me see here.
Well, let's see. I don't have a...
You did give me a character sheet. It's just
I did.
empty.
Oh.
It has no stats in it.
Oh, that's weird. I wonder why it erased. I can tell you the stats right now, though.
Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll a flat d20.
Bing. 10.
Okay. 10. So Gale is able to scramble up the side, but his little clawed foot kind of catches as he's taking that last step and breaks off some of the ice. And a tiny trickle of water starts to move through the small hole he's made in the waterfall. It's by no means like gushing out or anything. It's just a little trickle.
Oh, let me fix that. And I'm going to cast Control Water, my cantrip. I can freeze water as long as it has no creatures within it for an hour. So
Wow.
Patch that up.
Just go ahead and... Very
It's
good.
like a little beam of like frost, and it's like... and it just freezes it right up.
Yeah, you do that.
Would you like me to help you up, Quill?
Yes, if you do not mind, Munaya. Thank you.
I would not have offered if I minded.
And she'll like steady herself against the ice, put her foot in like your hands, and then like scramble up as he lifts.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me an athletics check. I should have done this for Gale, but he was fine anyway. Go ahead and roll with advantage because Mooneye is assisting.
Okay. Advantage. And this is what? Athletics?
Athletics. Yes.
Oh, dearie dear. 9.
Okay. You we'll say this. You thought you'd patched up all of that kind of wet area, but you maybe just missed the very corner. So a very small amount of water is still trickling out, and it was just enough to make that last handhold quite slippery. So just as you're like kind of stepping out of Moon Eye's base, your hand slips and you sort of tumble back onto him. You don't take damage, but you do break off a bigger chunk of ice, and your foot, as you're like kind of falling back, your foot kicks into the waterfall as well and shatters a big chunk. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Poor Ian.
I am quite surprised by the water.
It is quite surprising.
I suppose Quill is like on top of me, flailing around. So
Yes, that's probably true.
I'm
And
a
I will
little
give you guys a
confused.
better narrative. So, for why you're rolling initiative, I mean, also let me add a
A
combat type.
shark
Okay.
comes out.
A shark.
This is the Sharknado origin story.
So, as the water kind of starts to move out of the waterfall, it takes form, and the rest of the waterfall kind of cracks open. And instead of just rushing down at you, the water, like I said, takes form into these two creatures. And I need to move them onto...
You got water elementals?
Yeah, look at these guys.
Uh-oh.
I'll show you a picture too.
Oh no!
I think we're in room U7.
Was that always there?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Okay, here's what it looks like.
it's a
Wow.
That's neat.
weird.
It's
So
That's
sick.
cool looking.
Yeah, so these two, they're not quite like draconic or lizardy. They're clearly made of water, but these two water creatures start swirling around in front of you. All right, and I need to also roll for them, for the weirdos. I guess, let me, you guys can position yourselves more specifically, but I do think Quill's probably in front because she just,
Yep.
Oh,
and Moon
I
Eye's
was-
probably nearby.
I was next to Moon Eye and Quill.
Okay, you guys can place yourselves where you would like to be. And let's roll for these. Okie doke. Is everyone in? Let's see, I'm missing Stew Drinker. Oh, there we go.
Sorry, I should have a 10. I forgot to click when I rolled the first time.
I did
Oh,
the
okay.
same thing.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. All right, you guys are all in. Haskell, you're up first. You hear the crack and kind of the crash of ice and water, and probably someone cries out and reacts to these.
Oh yeah, she shrieked as she
elementals.
like fell, and then she's like,
And Gale is also like freaking out at this development.
Okay. I'm gonna go for my full speed.
Okay, so go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
Okay. My goodness, too many pages of stuff. 13.
That's all you needed. You're able to slip and slide, but keep your feet as you make your way to the edge of the waterfall.
Okay, and I imagine I'll have to double move to see down it, so I'll just spend my turn getting down to the edge of the waterfall. I guess so I can use my action to dash, right?
Mhm.
Which can get me to the edge here.
Yeah.
And then can I can see these things down here?
Yeah, they're both large, so as you near the edge, yeah, you can see them.
He'll look down, and he's gonna start beating on his drum to like get attention to everybody to look up. Quill, I think those are dangerous. Use your heart fire and see if you can't put them back in that ice. And I'm gonna do a bardic inspiration on Quill.
I thought for a moment you were just gonna leave it as those are dangerous.
For real.
Great.
Walks
Thanks
away.
for
have
the
fun.
contribution.
Oh dear.
So
All
you can add
right.
a D8 on one of your rolls in the next 10
See,
minutes.
Haskell's better than a whale song. You're getting D8s. The whale song only gives you D6s. Okay. These water weirds are up. The first one is going to, like, I'm trying to think of a good way to describe this. I don't know, just sort of like blob out at Quill. And I guess they're sort of snaky, so it's gonna like, it looks like it's biting you, but it's all made of water, so it's not gonna.
Do they
Puncture your
stay connected to where they came out of?
Yes, it
Or
does
are
appear
they
that way.
moving around?
They are still connected to that waterfall.
Okay.
So here we go, Quill. I rolled a 19.
That's a hit.
Okay. So you are grappled as you're kind of like sucked into the water, not entirely.
Okay.
But you take some bludgeoning damage, which I'll roll. You take 18 bludgeoning damage.
That was such a big roll.
That was a big roll.
Buddy. Okay.
And you are, yeah, so you are grappled and you are pulled 5 feet closer to the waterfall. Until the grapple ends, you are restrained and you are like at least partially submerged in water, specifically and most importantly your head. So you think if you don't find a way to get out of this, you could drown, basically,
Fun.
as one does when
Yeah.
submerged in water. Okay.
Sure, that makes sense.
This one is actually gonna reach up and try and grab at Haskell.
Nobody likes the drum.
And that is a 19 again to hit.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a. Oh, nope, never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, so used to having all these hero
I know,
points,
but you've got
guys.
all of them.
I do have all of them right now. That is 14 bludgeoning damage, and
Okay.
you are also pulled 5 feet. I'll say you don't tumble over the edge. I'll say you're like right on the edge right now. But same thing, you are partly submerged in the water. I'll say it only grabbed your feet because, or like, yeah, it grabbed at your feet and legs because that makes more sense.
Okay.
So you're not yet in danger of drowning, but you do feel like it could easily go that way. Quill, you are up.
Okay, I just checked. All of my spells are verbal components except for shape water, and I can't shape water if there's a living creature in it. I think since the water is living, I probably can't shape it. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I would say that makes sense.
So she's gonna try and struggle free.
Okay, I will give you this option. Struggling free is totally fine, but I would say that you can cast a verbal spell if you basically sacrifice some of your air.
I'm gonna see what struggling free
Okay.
with my heart fire is gonna do for me.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Now you don't have to use the bar inspiration until you see the roll. You can use it
Yes,
afterwards.
that's correct.
Cool. Is this gonna be an athletics?
It's athletics or acrobatics.
I'm better at acrobatics, so
We're
I'm gonna
affirmated
do.
+2 now too.
What'd you say?
We're affirmated +2
Chat has
now.
taken pity.
Oh, thank you, chat. Mwah. So kind. 11.
You are not able to break
Okay,
yourself
we're gonna
free.
use my D8.
Okay.
We're gonna see what happens here. I rolled a 3.
So for a total of
14.
14. Okay. How does Haskell's inspiration help you break out
Okay.
of this?
Okay, so she's like trying to break free, right? She's just being like a snake, like an eel. She's picturing all these animals that Haskell would probably be shouting at her if she could hear him, and she like slithers her way out, and she like falls down, and she like gasps out, I used my heart fire. I did it, Haskell. And then
Good, now get this one off of my legs.
as my bonus action, I am going to cast Dragon's Breath on myself. And I'm gonna do lightning.
Okay.
So like her chest will glow and like crackle with like white light, and it like shoots up her throat and into her eyes. And then that's all of her actions. Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Normally, I could use a bonus action to have a gust of wind pick me up and make me move, but with my storm thing, can I do it as a free action?
Your Charm of the Storm?
Yeah.
Let me reread that. You can disengage as a bonus action if you are. Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you.
Yes! Okay.
Oof.
So she casts this, and the lightning crackles, and like wind starts spinning around her, lifts her up, and moves her 10 feet.
Cool.
And I'm gonna say it moves her
I said get it off my legs. Don't flee.
to here. I think that's 10 feet. Okay. I will. And as she says that, her like voice takes on like a thunderous tone as she looks at the two of them.
Okay. Stu, you're up.
All right. Stu is going to I'd say initially there was a look of panic seeing Quill being pulled into and underneath the water, but seeing Quill's capability, Stu is going to move forward and try to position between the two water weird things and enter a rage and take a smack at the one that's grabbing at Haskell.
Okay.
Recklessly.
Mm-hmm. Swing away, my friend.
Here we go. That is a 26 to hit.
Yep.
All right. That'll be 17 points of slashing.
All right. You definitely clip through it, but it being water, you feel like you are maybe not quite as effective as you are against, big, strong, fleshy creatures. But it does seem to like notice and care that you just slashed at it.
Okay, good. And that'll be it for Stew Drinker.
Very good. Okay. And Moon Eye, you are now up.
Moon Eye will call on the Blessed Maiden to draw power and unleash a beam of moonlight from his eye. Strike the one that had grabbed Quill, which you already lightning some, correct?
Not
I have not yet. I have
Not, you
given
didn't. It was
myself
just-
the ability to use a breath weapon against them.
Okay. I will strike that one with a beam of moonlight from my eye. And I'm going
Wow.
to cast it at
Is this Moonbeam?
a guiding bolt.
Oh, okay, got it.
And I'm going to cast it at 4th level, so it'll do 66.
We got Moon Maiden Cyclops up in here. All right. Is that
So
the
solo.
damage? Go
That's
ahead
the
and roll. Did you roll to hit already? Did I miss that?
Oh, no, sorry, I forgot to.
No problem.
That's pretty great damage.
Yeah, pretty good damage. Let's hope it hits.
Yeah.
Nice.
That
19?
is 19. Yes. Okay. 19 to hit, and that is 24 damage. Whew. What level spell is that? Or did you heighten it?
I heightened it to level 4.
That'll do it. That looked much more effective than Stew Drinker's sword. You see this thing kind of shrink down a little bit. Mechanically it's the same, but visually you can see that it's, lost some of its water.
Yeah.
Are you moving? Or are you staying put?
I will stay put.
Okay. Haskell, your turn.
Okay. Haskell's gonna grab his ice sickle, and he's gonna try to slash at this thing that has his leg. See
Okay.
if the frost damage does anything. Sorry, I seem to have lost my icicle. There it is.
It's easy to misplace, I understand.
16 with chat.
That'll do it.
Bonus action, I'm going to do a Psychic Blades, and I'm going to add 2d6 damage to that.
Is that so? As far as resistances, are you adding 2d6 psychic damage, or is it just weapon
2d6
damage?
psychic damage. Yep.
Okay.
So this is 6 slashing, 6 cold, 10 psychic.
Ooh.
So a
Okay.
total of 22.
Okay. Very good.
Does it look like the cold hurts it?
It did not look especially effective, but it didn't look ineffective either.
Does it glow purple and let out a little scream?
I guess so. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So the like water eyes. Yeah, it like shrieks.
Big wet mouth flaps open, lets out a scream.
Yeah. Probably
What
like
does a water
sprays
elemental
all
scream sound
over
like?
Stew. I'm thinking I can't do it high pitched enough, and I don't want to harm everyone's ears, but I'm thinking like very like screechy, kind of, think like a basilisk screech or something.
Does the
like,
water like ripple violently as it screams?
Yeah,
Nice.
something like that. Okay. Are you? Oh, you are still
I can't
grappled.
move because I still. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just chilling.
Chilling. You
No pun intended.
are in fact chilling. So we will go ahead and roll.
Whoever attacks the one I attacked has advantage also.
Good
on the next
call
thing.
out. Yeah. Okay. So Haskell, you are taking some more damage. I'm assuming a 19 hits still, unless you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the hero
shenanigans.
point that Shat gave me though, and say, "Let go of me. You're a pathetic bout of water. How does one even get themselves trapped behind a waterfall?"
I'm looking at a 14.
That's probably still gonna hit me. Is that with the -2? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hits me.
This thing has advantage because it's already grappling you.
That's fair enough. Okay.
Okay, that is only 10 damage.
That's it. That's all. Just 10.
I mean, I'm rolling 3d6, so it could have been a lot more.
That's
Could've
true.
been.
And you are into the water. You are now fully submerged.
Okay, so like
No.
this thing is on the ground or it's like protruding from the waterfall?
More the second one.
Okay, so I'm like suspended in air and water.
Yeah, more or less.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
You're like, I guess visually, maybe Haskell's kind of in this thing's stomach, like water stomach.
Nice.
Ooh.
I'm curious to see if I electrify it if you get hurt.
Definitely worth the experiment.
I would think so. Okay, this thing, the other one is going to go ahead and attack Mooneye, who's just right there. That is a 14. I don't think that hits you.
That does not hit me.
Okay. Then it is now Quill's turn.
He's going to say, "Stew, duck."
Well, actually, I'm obviously I threw my shield up to block it and push it back because otherwise it would have hit.
Oh, got it. You have your shield out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Quill, continue.
Yeah, so she tells Stew Drinker to duck, and she is going to, well, let's see here. Is she close enough? Yeah, it's a 15-foot cone, so she'll hit this one too. She's going to breathe crackling lightning in a 15-foot cone, and her eyes light up and crackle, and we're gonna see if I hit, or they have to dodge? I think they have to dodge.
It's probably a dex save, I'm guessing.
Yep, they need to dodge me.
So let's see. Are you gonna hit Mooneye also? I'm trying to figure. I need to heighten or make the grid more visible
With a
on this.
15-foot cone, I think she can definitely miss Mooneye. and
I
just
think I
hit
can
them.
definitely.
Oh
miss
yeah,
Mooneye,
because you could
'cause I
just
can
tilt
just
it. Yeah,
She's
yeah.
probably gonna
yeah.
get Stew Drinker though. She's gonna
You're.
get both.
I think you're definitely
one of
gonna
the
get
Oh, I told
two
her
of
to
us.
duck. I told
I
her
think
to
either
duck.
Stew
So
Drinker
they
or
hopefully
Mooneye.
save against me.
I
with
think
my
Stu.
words of
I'll go
affirmation.
ahead and give Stu advantage because you yelled at him.
Great.
Yes.
Awesome.
Haskell, I think you're restrained, so I think you might just auto fail this.
Okay. I'm also inside of the water getting electrocuted, so it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, if it dodges, then I assume that you dodge.
That's a good point. What's my DC, friend?
It's 17.
Okay, so Stu, you are also making that.
Ooh, I fail.
Okay, I'll light you up. Don't worry about it.
No worries.
He doesn't duck low enough. He's too big.
He's too large. I tried to angle upwards to just catch the top half of him, but I didn't count on Stu being so tall still.
I think you maybe angled a little bit too upwards because they also both saved.
They both saved?
Yeah.
Oh.
Me and
They'll still
I
take half,
save.
though.
Oh,
Me
you're
and
man.
I
still-
take half.
We'll just have to see what happens, won't we?
Okay. Well, it's going to be 3d6 damage.
Okay.
So it'll be 10 damage. And since they're taking half and because I'm hitting Stu, I will not heighten the damage, I guess.
Okay. Haskell, go ahead and take half of that.
Nice.
I'll there's no actual mechanical rule for that, but I feel like that makes sense.
He's now twitching inside his stomach, and you see bubbles bubbling up as he's yelling at Quill, but you can't hear it.
She just says, I am using my heart fire. Don't worry, I'll get you out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run over here a couple feet. Just out the way. Maybe next time I can miss Stew Drinker and just hit the two of them.
Got it.
3 of them. I am a person.
No.
Okay,
Pretty
Stu,
sure.
you are up.
Okay. So if I take a swing at the one that has enveloped Haskell, I run the risk of hitting Haskell.
No, you can avoid him. He's
Okay.
small enough and this thing's big enough. I just felt like I don't think there was a way to get rid of or to get around electrocuting a water thing without
Right.
also electrocuting Haskell somehow. But you can
Okay.
swing your sword just fine.
Okay, great. So, again, going reckless. Here's the first swing. Natural 20, baby.
Nice.
All right. So that'll be 17 points of damage.
The one holding Haskell, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then, sorry, I forgot about this last turn, but I do have my extra attack. So, I'd like to see if I can get the attention of the other one as well. Since I am in full rage mode. So I'm going to take a swing at the one in front of Moon Eye.
Okay.
That's a 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
13 points of damage.
Very good. All right.
And that'll be it.
Moon Eye.
I am going to.
Oh, I guess. Oh, no. I suppose Stu already was swinging with advantage. So I was just thinking of your guiding bolt.
Oh, yeah. I'll brace myself with my shield up and call upon the maiden to aid us. My eye is going to leave my head and fly up slightly above me and enlarge to larger than my head as a moon, with her face looking down upon us, casting the 30-foot radius around us. It'll stay with me. It's the loving look of the maiden, and I can heal people for 2d6 hit points.
Very cool. I'll give you an aura.
Thank you.
30 feet?
Yep.
Okay, can you guys all see that?
I don't see it.
Nope.
What? Okay, well, I'll
Has to
keep...
be,
I see nothing.
has to be set for everybody to be able to see it.
Oh, there it is. See. Okay, there, now.
Ooh,
Nice, there it is.
sick.
Okay,
I still don't see it, but maybe I'll just refresh.
are you moving
Um,
or taking a bonus action? Does your aura
actually,
have any...
I can use a bonus action to heal someone right now.
Aha!
So who is in worse shape? Quill or Haskell?
I am at...
I should ask, who's in my aura, since I still can't see it?
Everyone
All of
is.
us.
Everyone is. I figured they were. So
I'm at
Um,
16 hit points.
Even the water weird. So if you
Ooh.
want to heal them, you can also.
I
That's
could.
an option.
I think Haskell probably looks the most banged up.
That's what I thought. All right, I'm gonna hit Haskell for 6.
Nice.
There you go. All right. Speaking of Haskell, it is now your turn.
Okay, can I still swing at this thing? Inside of it, or do I have to try to get out somehow?
I'm going to say now you can't because now you are restrained.
Can I somatic component anything, or do I just have to try to get out?
Somatic
what I
components for
can
spellcasting,
do.
you mean?
Yeah. Like, am I capable of casting spells here? I didn't mean to roll that. Sorry.
Yeah. I'll say you can use somatic components. I suppose I would even give you an attack if you want, but it'd probably be with disadvantage because you are like purely swinging through water.
Right. Let's.
And if you use verbal components, you can, but you will be giving up some of your breath
faster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am going to do the spells then.
Okay.
And I'm not going to use any somatic components. I'm just going to like be bubbling and shouting in there, and I'm going to pull out this tiny little component and burn it up. His eyes will flare purple.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast suggestion on it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That is a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I will do that. What's my DC?
14.
Let's see. Suggestion. Do I get advantage because you guys are attacking it, or is that charm person that I'm thinking of?
I think that's charm person.
Creatures, suggestion on a failed save, blah 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 blah. Yeah, okay. I believe I failed. I got a 10.
Okay, I am going to ask it to set me. I'm just gonna ask it to gently set me down and release me.
Okay. Oh, I think this is cool, so I'll allow it. But mechanically, this thing doesn't speak your language.
Oh, does this one they have to speak my language?
It has to understand you.
Has
but
to understand me. Okay.
I think I'll allow it. I'll hand wave it because I like this.
It can sense the vibes in the water as I'm sitting here trying to
Yeah, if you were talking outside of it, then I don't think I would allow it. But since you're speaking directly to its soul, it's like interior, then it gets you heart to heart here.
Can its watery eyes glow purple like mine?
Yeah.
Very cool.
And it sort of certainly doesn't calm down, but it looks like it's now paying attention to something else. Okay. So with that suggestion, it will pursue that course of action, and it will gently let go of you. Kind of like blem you out.
Nice.
You are soaking wet.
It's gonna shiver. Thank you.
Okay, and that spell is ended. But I'll say that was its action. This one though is still gonna attack. And it'll attack Stu.
Right.
That is a 21, friend.
That is a hit.
Okay, that is 14 damage.
I'm going to use my Stone's Endurance to reduce that damage. As this Goliath trait, like I can feel that water coming in to pummel me, and just kind of thinking back to when Stew Drinker almost drowned, realizing the perils, he's going to steel himself and reduce it by 9.
Very good. So that's only 5 damage, and then you're going to further reduce it with your rage.
Yeah.
But you are still grappled and pulled 5 feet closer. So
Right.
your like kind of head and shoulders are encompassed by water. And Quill, it is now your turn.
So Quill was planning on not hitting Stew Drinker again, but she's gonna hit Stew Drinker again.
It's okay. I can take it, Quill.
And then she stepped to the side, and her that same glow starts in her chest and like rushes up into her mouth. Her eyes glow, and she screams out another cone of lightning.
Cool.
We'll see how they have to make saves again.
Yes, they do. Okay, front one, or one closest to you, does save. The farther one does not save. I'm shooting for 17, right?
That is correct.
Okay, yeah.
And does Stu get to try and save at like a disadvantage since he's not grabbed yet? He's just pulled forward.
He is grabbed. He's just not like floating in the stomach of the thing, but I think he is still technically restrained and under all the same conditions that Haskell was. So
Okay.
it's going to be a little bit of a shock for you, Stu.
Sounds good.
All right, 3d6. That is 11.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll leave it at that.
11. I've gotten cookies delivered.
Wonderful. That's so nice.
Are they from the Chewingas?
They're Chewinga cookies, everyone.
And the thing, yeah, I didn't cast thing, but I will disengage as a bonus action. Remember what disengage does again?
Basically, it allows you to move away without taking opportunity attacks. Stu, you're also going to take half of that, half of that 11 damage.
Okay,
Right.
I'm gonna disengage so it doesn't try and swallow me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go to here, to here. She's just moving
Okay.
out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stu, you're
Um,
grabbed.
Okay. In this case, am I in a position to swing at the one that's grabbed me?
Yeah. Probably. I'm gonna give you disadvantage though, because
Okay.
of you're like half in and sort of flailing about wildly. But I guess if
Sounds
you're
good to
gonna
me.
recklessly do it, then it'll just even out.
All right. I will recklessly do it.
Have we ever known Stu to not recklessly attack something?
I don't
That we
think
have
so.
not.
That'll be a
Yeah, I think
13
that's
to
his
hit.
jam.
A 13 to hit is right on the money.
Sweet. Okay. That'll be 14 points of damage for the
Nice.
first strike.
This thing
Second-
is like just holding itself together. It's like sinews of water now at this point.
These
Oh,
things have
okay.
A lot of health
Sweet. All right.
and or
For
resistance.
extra attack. It's another 13 with the affirmation.
Yeah, that'll get it.
Sweet.
Nice.
10 points of damage.
That is precisely what you needed. How do you do it?
Oh, okay.
As it's holding on to you.
Yeah, I'd imagine, like in this case, Stew Drinker had thought about trying to break free, but realizes that maybe being in its grasp is the best position for it, because I can't move, but I can't imagine it can move either. And so then just kind of feeling where it is, just takes a big like stab back and then brings it up through the thing and hopefully like splashing it up against the ceiling and wall.
Yeah, it just like splats. Except it's not gooey, so it doesn't like stick, but it just splashes all over. And you are released from its grasp.
Great. Can I move?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like to move just down one right there.
Okay.
So I can be kind of adjacent to Haskell, ready to fight this next one.
Okay. Moon Eye, your turn.
I'm going to heal Haskell for 2d8.
Nice, thank you.
Oh, actually, that's 13 because I have my spell casting modifier on there. And then I will use my 2d6 concentration to heal Quill a little bit as well.
That's a cool spell.
Very useful.
10 for Quill?
Yep. 10 for Quill.
10 to both of you. He loves you
Awesome.
equally.
It was actually 13 to Haskell.
Oh, okay, he likes Haskell more.
That
No.
You
tops
heard
me
it
off.
here first, folks. Okay, are you moving?
No, I'll stay right where I am.
All right, Pascal.
Okay. So as he's done brushing some drenched water off him and saying thank you, he's gonna cut this thing with his icicle.
Okay.
That is going to be a 7. But
That
I think I
is-
want to re-roll it with my hero point.
Okay,
yeah.
go for it.
That is a 14 between chat and the hero point.
My goodness. Okay. That's a 14?
No, it's plus. Oh no, sorry, 12, not 14.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Am I
Math
mathing
is
this
hard.
I can
wrong?
No, 12,
That is
which I think is still a miss.
just barely a miss.
Okay, I tried my best. And then I'm not gonna do anything as well. I'm gonna move over to here, staying within its reach, so that I
Yeah.
maybe dodge a quill cone.
Yeah, and I guess I should do a better job of narrating this for you guys. This one is also looking quite weakened, so it is probably not long for this plane of existence. But it is not going to go down without a fight. It will strike out at Stew Drinker with advantage. I got
Bring it on.
double 20s, not nat 20s, just flat 20s.
That's a hit.
And you are going to take 14 bludgeoning, and you are once again slooped up into the water
All right.
and restrained. Quill, you're up.
Okay. So Quill's gonna. Oh, I forgot that this ice is so slippery, and I have been running around like it's
Mm,
no big deal.
good point. Well, go ahead and make an acrobatics check. We'll see how last turn would have worked out.
I don't
Have you
know
been
why.
moving more than half your speed?
Oh, the last one I did. Acrobatics. 12.
That's good enough.
Okay. So I'm gonna acrobatics again to move my normal speed.
Okay.
I think. Let me count. 5, 10, 15. Nope, I can get there.
Okay.
Boom. I go to here, and I'm going to do my dragon breath again. The same crackling lightning coming forward. Sorry,
expert.
Stu. I'm gonna get you again.
It's okay.
Go ahead and try and save from me.
Mm-hmm. These things are quite dexterous, but not this one today. It fails.
Yes. Okay. 3d6. Bold 10 damage.
Any hero points you want to drop? Hint.
Yeah, of course. I would love to spend a hero point to do 50% more damage. Bring that to a 15.
Wouldn't you know it? You kill the thing. How do you do it?
Yes. Okay. So she same thing. She comes sliding forward on the ice, almost falling, catches her hand up against this frozen waterfall next to her, and just like does a scream that's echoing around the caverns. The lightning is so bright and it crackles across its surface. You can see Stew Drinker's bones for a second, very cartoon-esque, as he gets zapped as well. And yeah, that's it.
Very cool. Yeah, it splooshes into a puddle at your feet. Also, I just think this is really funny. In our game chat, I let Stew Drinker know that he's going to take half, which would be 7, and his response was "thank you." And I think Matt is the only person I know who would say thank you in response to me informing them of how much damage they were taking. Thanks. Great. I'm so excited to take 7 damage.
And then she's gonna like grab onto Stew Drinker. I am so sorry, my friend. You are looking quite crisp.
It's okay. It was kind of cold in there, so you kind of warmed things up a little bit.
Realized you zapped me too, Quill.
Just the one time.
It still warrants a sorry.
Stew Drinker presents a very good point. The three of you who have been at least partly submerged in water are mechanically, you have now lost the benefits of your warm clothing because it's now sopping wet. And you think if you don't get dry soon, you could suffer some very cold consequences.
Thank God I'm a waterbender and I can shape water out of our clothes.
And Stu, I think Goliaths are, they're just cool with being cold. So I guess just
cold
Haskell and Quill
resistance.
are feeling chilled to the bone. But that is a problem for future Quill and Haskell. And by future Quill and Haskell, I mean the Quill and Haskell that are going to come at you after the break. We will take our 10-minute break now and be back right around 9, 10, 9, 11. So see you in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for letting us take a short rest. Before we jump back into the action, I've got some business to catch up on. Number one, Haskell, you have been blessed. And you've been bumped up to moderate. Courtesy of the side quest in and a certain Toby, a certain fisherman has heard the smack talk from earlier. No, I actually don't think he was around for that, but Vinny's non-existent, no, his ear holes were itching. And he came to bless you. So I rolled it up and you got the Charm of the Storm. Would you like that one or a different one?
What does that one do again? I'm pulling up my doc.
That's the one Quill has today.
Yeah. So basically, as a bonus action, you can disengage unless you already have a thing to disengage as a bonus action. Then you can do it as a free action. If you're moderate, you feel something surging in your blood. You may use a reaction when you're hit by a melee attack to unleash it. The creature hit you takes your level in electricity damage and must succeed a DC 12 dexterity saving throw or become paralyzed for a round.
Yeah, things like to hit Haskell. Let's do it. Keep it.
So this little blue stone appears on your charm bracelet with a lightning bolt etched into its surface, and you just feel the storm power crackling off of it. Along those same lines, Stew Drinker, you see in the puddle of water at your feet, there, scattered among the ice shards, there is a little ice cookie that you have come to, of course, recognize as a Chwinga cookie. And finally, Quill, as everyone else is looking around and stuff, and you're picking through the ice, you see kind of like jammed into the waterfall, the frozen part of the waterfall, there are a pair of crampons that you can strap onto your boots, and the bottoms of them are shark teeth. And you get this feeling that the Chwingas left these just for you. Basically, what these will do, if you put them on, you can move normally on this slippery ice.
Wonderful. Now I keep up with my little Gale who's at the top of the waterfall.
Yes, who is stayed out of harm's way, but is now looking very worriedly down at the lot of you, now that the scary water snakes have gone away. You guys are very cold, though. Well, not so much Stew Drinker and Moon Eye, but Haskell and Quill, you are soaking wet, and it's quite cold.
Oh, let me try to take care of that for you. And I'm gonna cast Shape Water and try and draw the water out of the clothes.
So you begin to cast this, and you realize that you are unable to shape water while a living creature is in it. So you think you can shape the water out of these clothes, provided you are not standing in them.
Okay. Get naked.
What?
Take off your clothes.
Haskell's gonna cast invisibility. he will take off his clothes.
You see the clothes drop. They become visible as Haskell lets go of them.
Thank you. And I'll draw the water out and leave them nice and dry.
Yes, not very warm, but yes, back to their dry state. What of your clothes, Quill?
Just for the record, that line would be better on Avarisk than what you said earlier, and definitely better than Moon Eye's suggestion.
Well, perhaps that is where I was going. with my
Yes,
clothes
eventually
collection.
she was going to get to the musk. That was clear.
No. I was going to say, what are you wearing? I think it would look better on your floor.
I don't understand why you're so focused on the clothes.
Do you want me to take the water out of your clothes, Stew Drinker?
I'd say while everyone was having that back and forth, Stew Drinker had already stripped down and put his clothes in a neat pile.
A soggy, neat pile.
Yep.
So is Stew Drinker just, is he shy at all, or is he just standing Goliath proud in his birthday suit?
Goliath proud is such a strong term when it comes to the nude.
Goliath proud, definitely.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah,
why
I'd say... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, that's why Moon Eye is so confused. It's easy to take clothes off. Like, Goliaths do it all the time. I don't... Why you keep talking about the clothes?
For Haskell, it costs a second level spell.
So Stew's
Wait, did you just say you're halfling shy?
I didn't say that.
Halfling shy, Goliath proud. Yes.
Like we need future emotes or something.
All right, you're able to get the water out of Stew's clothes, and finally, Quill, you are wet enough that you think it would be dangerous to proceed without drying off your clothes as well.
Please wait here. And I have my crampons on, and I'm going to walk over here with confidence.
What's a
just around the
crampon?
bend.
Can somebody tell me?
Okay, a crampon is a thing that you can attach to your shoes, and it's got spikes on it so you don't slip and slide. It's like golf shoes, but for ice, and they attach to your
And
boot.
in this
You mean
case,
like
they're
cleats?
made out of kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
In this
Okay.
case, they're made out of ice and shark teeth.
Shark teeth. Ooh ha ha. Had to do
Okay,
that.
that's
I knew
pretty
someone
cool.
wanted me to.
All right, Quill slips modestly behind the corner
Mm-hmm.
and
she'll
dries off her clothes. I'm
perfect.
I'm chuckling because I'm picturing Quill just like leaving the crampons on, so she's just like fully nude but has her crampons on, so she doesn't fall.
She'll want to get
Gotta
like
keep it
stuck
sturdy.
to the ice. It's like licking a ice hole, but instead I
Oh,
fall
that's a
flat on my
terrible,
back and I'm like
terrible
wet from my
image.
clothes and I just can't sit up.
Yeah.
Be the worst.
Didn't even realize the danger that Haskell was in.
Okay, you guys all get the water out of your clothes.
I'd say that... Oh, go ahead.
No, you first.
Oh, I want to do the quick random fact. I'd say as Quill makes her way away from the group to handle her wet clothes, Stew Drinker is like instinctively turns away out of respect and is reminded of when he was shortly before Moon Eye had returned, when Stew Drinker was 18 with his love Esmeralda. They had gone to go like casually swimming one day, but she was a little self-conscious before getting down to her swimsuit, and he remembers fondly her telling him to turn away, and he did like sneak a peek, of course not seeing anything because the swim clothes were already underneath everything, but that might have been the last happy moment he had with her, because it was shortly after that her father found out that they were spending time together. And unfortunately, her and her father, her family, are of the Sky Tower tribe.
I was just about to ask. Well, maybe Stew Drinker will be more motivated to solve that feud.
I
Now
love
with
how
this
your
knowledge,
facts have been like on, like they've had like connections to the session. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Haskell will end his invisibility because I can't get any use out of that spell. It'd be ridiculous. By casting, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation on everybody's clothes afterwards to warm them for an hour. So it's going to be like
fresh out of the dryer.
out of the dryer clothes.
Wonderful.
Yay!
I'll let you can keep invisibility if you want. That's just it's not an offensive spell. So you can just, if you want to still be invisible, I will allow it. So this invisible Haskell just goes around and warms everyone's clothes up.
He's like the dryer fairy.
Yeah. Okay.
My clothes are not wet. Please do not touch me.
You don't like warmth.
No. Not from you.
I'm going to go scurry back up the waterfall.
Yeah. I won't bother making you guys roll this time. You can all scramble your way up one way or another. And
I am quite
yeah.
warm now. Come here.
Gale rushes to you as soon as you make your way up the waterfall. He's very concerned.
Yeah, I'll pick him up and I'll pet him, and then I'll tuck him back inside of his sling.
Okay, he will welcome that because now he's a little freaked out with the water things just popping out of the ice that he was sliding all over.
Me too, buddy. Me too. I'm also afraid because you have 12 villain points and you didn't use a single one on that fight, which makes me
That's
feel
true.
like something worse is coming.
Shh, Em. I wasn't trying to draw attention to that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've just been sitting here in my anxiety.
Haskell, you chilling on the rock? What's going on?
I got him stuck in the wall and it won't let me pull him out.
Okay,
Thank
there
you.
go. I just see Haskell fly off the map over here. All right. So you guys, I mean, you can see what is on the map. You see a passageway this way, and then like way up ahead here, this is like a bridge that goes overhead. So you see some passages that connect here and here, like above you. It looks to be about 20 feet up.
This right here?
This guy, sorry. Over here. This is a bridge.
Oh, I can't see that quite because
And this is
corner.
a tunnel. Ah, okay.
Okay.
And that is what you see. You go ahead and make perception checks.
Okie dokie, I can try.
Ooh,
Natural 20.
That nat 25.
All right, let's see. Are you guys affirmated these days? You are. Okay, so everyone except Quill, you hear echoing down this tunnel. It's kind of like I described before. The wind is continuing to just like moan and wail through these tunnels. So that's just sort of the constant ambiance here. It's very comforting. But you three hear kind of echoing through this tunnel. It sounds pretty distant still, but mingling with this wailing sound, you think you hear singing. Sounds like an older female voice.
And that's to the north.
That is through this tunnel here.
Do you hear that? I think I hear the witch.
Well, let us go visit her.
Who sings in a cavern, sounding happy in this hellish coldscape, except for a witch? And maybe Quill. You're too happy sometimes.
Why are you sometimes on one train of thought, and you somehow wrap it back around to needle at me? I do not understand this, nor do
You're
I
always
care for
around.
it. So is Moon Eye? Sorry,
Yes.
Moon Eye. I'm just trying to make a point.
But Moon Eye is
I
as ancient as
understand.
dust. And Moon Eye has learned everything there is to learn. You have not.
I see. I will quickly begin to learn all of the things there is to learn, Haskell.
I am only 24, Haskell, and I have nowhere learned everything there is to learn.
How are you two so large if you're only 24? How old is Stew Drinker?
18?
And you say that I spin tales.
Well, how young are you to be so small?
I am older than the both of you.
All right, you guys are making your way through this tunnel,
Yeah, we're making our way downtown.
walking fast.
Mm-hmm.
There are no faces passing. There's nobody in here that you see. So these are roughly carved steps that are just in the ground. And as you come to this sort of natural chamber here, this isn't on the map, but I will describe it. So there, you notice a little tiny bit of light. You guys all have your crazy dark vision going right now, but you notice a tiny bit of light coming through some fissures up in the cave roof. More importantly, though, you see fresh blood all over the floor in here, and just piles of bones of all kinds. You see what look like fish bones, humanoid bones, animals, birds, along with like some scraps of clothing, a few rusted weapons, that kind of thing. Most notably, though, sitting among the bones is a huge skeleton that appears to be that of a giant. And it's partially encased in ice. Just sitting, I'll ping it. It's sitting over kind of against this wall.
We can't see because we're around the corner.
Oh.
It's not lit up for us.
Okay, I'll move you guys. Whoop. There. Sorry about that. Here, in this little
Okay.
crevice, you see this huge skeleton. And then the rest of the room is as I described. Blood, bones, all of that excellently spooky stuff.
Detect magic.
Detect magic?
Yep. I'm just gonna cast it.
Okay. You detect no magic.
Okay, I'm gonna keep concentrating it.
And you're just moving around the room.
Just scanning around. That'll end my invisibility.
Yes.
How long did it take you to grow that beard, Moon Eye?
24 years.
You've never shaved.
No.
Why don't you have a beard, Stew Drinker?
I can't grow one.
Neither can I. I have learned a lot. You talk so wise for 24.
That is because I know that I have not learned anything.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. You know you have to respect your elder now that we've established this. I'm 26.
Oh, well, I will remember that.
Good.
The little subtitle appears. Moon Eye will remember this. Actually, I would probably say Moon Eye will not remember this.
Remember this.
Will sidesteps over to Stew Drinker. I cannot grow a beard either.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried?
I'm not talking to you, Haskell.
Fine.
And I'm gonna go step up to this skeleton and take a closer look because it's so big.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you.
Okay. Haskell, you've continued wandering down that little tunnel.
Yeah, I'm scanning with detect magic. I want to go look over this ledge.
Okay, that is indeed a small drop off, about 10 feet. And you see a big pool, obviously frozen, with just very slight shadows of skeletons frozen in the water. Large, massive sized, like the giant sized skeletons frozen in here. And back in this chamber, Quill and Mooneye, as you guys step closer to this skeleton, it suddenly jerks its arm and starts trying to pull itself free from the ice.
Run!
And you all need to roll initiative.
What kind of non-magical nonsense?
That's why she approached it. Haskell had deemed it safe. This is Haskell's fault, not hers.
Okay. I need to pull up the combat tracker.
Rolling very well
Oh,
tonight.
I rolled so bad. What's your modifier, Stew Drinker?
Got a +2.
Got +2. Okay, I'm gonna go before you then. I'm just gonna change
All
mine
right.
to an 8.
Is that
Do
how
it.
5e works?
Oh, I don't know. I just assumed.
I feel like there was a different way in 5e, but I don't remember what it is.
Here's your dude.
Ah, he's cool. I want his
Whoa.
belt. Is that a belt?
A belt?
Sure.
It is a belt. It's like a kilt. It's like a kilt
Yeah.
of fur and bone.
Yeah.
Might be a little big for Haskell.
Could be my new tent.
Yeah, for real.
I love this comment. It's very telling that when faced with imminent danger, Quill's first thought is to figure out how it is not her fault.
Man, she's gonna need therapy after Haskell.
Okay, sorry, just getting this guy in. All right. I think everybody's in.
Hey.
And it is Haskell's turn.
Did I hear a commotion?
You hear crunching and probably Quill yelling about how this isn't her fault.
I thank gods I'm a terrible scout. He's gonna go running back. Yeah,
You,
it's gonna-
Haskell, sorry, really fast detail. As you run by this tunnel here, you hear this cackly kind of laughter echoing from within.
Oh, good. The witch is doing something. I'm gonna dash over here. I only have one bardic inspiration left. I think I'm gonna save that. That's my turn.
Oh, that reminds me. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Ignore me. I already gave Quill her special item. It was the shark teeth crampons.
Shark teeth. Ooh
Yeah,
ha
those are
ha.
cool.
Okay,
I'm gonna-
sorry. Yeah.
Go on a safe assumption that this is not a CR of half, correct?
No. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and just spoil that for you
All
right
right.
now. It
Now
is
there
not.
goes Destroy Undead out the window.
You could still potentially turn it. It just gets a save.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything. It just walks away for a minute.
Well, that's 1 minute of not fighting it. Okay, Mooneye, you are up.
Oh. I'm at this point charge forward and take a swing. See how tough this thing is.
All right, go for it. You're right there already, so.
Yep.
You can see it's wearing like scraps of its armor.
Are we
You
positive?
guys
in
are
chat? Yeah.
affirmated.
Yes.
So a
Thank
12.
Goodness.
12 is not quite enough.
I didn't think so.
All right. Quill? You're up.
Quill is going to say, no, because when you try to hit it, and she is going to just draw on a deep breath, and she's going to cast Thunder Step.
Ooh.
And so, like, as she breathes in, it's like all of the air in the room rushes towards her super fast, and she's actually going to bring Moon Eye with her, and they're going to get back behind Stew Drinker. She would put you here if you are willing, if you're a willing creature. Since he's part of me, he just comes here. Okay.
You're like
she
teleporting?
Yeah, so it's basically all the air rushes towards us, we disappear. As soon as we disappear, a sharp crack of thunder just blows up the room. And within 10 feet of where we left, they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
That is just the Skelly. Gale is just gonna go running down the stairs here.
Perfect.
Get out of the way. Get to safety.
Such a cool spell.
Constitution?
Constitution. Roll low for me.
I did do that. I rolled a 13.
Okay, that is a fail. It's going to take 3d10 thunder damage on a failed save.
All right.
The thunder can be heard from up to 300 feet away, if that's going to be a problem for us.
Well,
JSYK.
you guys haven't exactly been quiet up to this point,
That's
so
true.
I would say stealth is maybe... That's
Oh,
sailed.
what a sick roll.
Woo!
Okay.
Ooh,
Wow.
yeah.
That's 22. I am going to spend a sorcery point, though.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to use my empowered spell, which will let me to re-roll that 3.
Okay.
For hopefully something better. Oh,
Wow.
another 10!
Huge.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm sitting at a 29. And
Very
I
cool.
think that this is a beautiful time to use a hero point and
Seems
do
good.
50% more damage. So when I use the hero point, like she draws on the Vistus, who's like her connection to him, and that one spot that she had that was like starting to turn blue, like starts spreading like down her shoulder.
I love it.
Not where people can see, but like just cinematically, like under
Yeah.
her clothes, it's starting to like creep like
Oh,
ice.
it's probably a good thing Quill ducked behind that wall to get naked.
There was a
because
reason.
Everyone would have seen.
There was a reason.
Yeah, now I'm putting it together.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's probably a
Very
horrible
cool spell.
noise in this cavern.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super echoey. It's like kind of like deafens you guys just a bit. Your ears are all ringing. It is this big guy's turn though. And let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and start dropping some villain points. How about?
Oh, just in
How
time. We just got
about
some bits given.
Oh, hey,
Hey, That
thanks.
purple 100 sends us regards. Who's Severin Arcus?
Wow, that's very sinister coming from a
That's
sinister
very
spy.
Sinister. I feel like, yeah, I'm scared a little. Thank
Okay,
you.
I'm gonna drop some villain points. Let's see. I'm gonna drop 3, and all of you need to make. What are these? Constitution saving throws for me.
Just
And
one
this-
of these days, I wish you would say charisma.
This thing, its eyes glow. I mean, its eyes are already glowing with this sort of green, blue, necrotic energy. But this glow, like mist, kind of like seeps out of its eyes and target you.
An unnatural 20, a dirty 20, as some people say.
Some people do say that.
21.
Okay. Let me look here. I believe. So Moon Eye and Haskell. You guys both are gonna take some of this. Oh my goodness, I keep minimizing the wrong thing. Okay. So this stare just like freezes you, kind of literally. And you both take, oh, I need to roll that much.
I saw what you did there. I don't like it.
That is
Ouch.
39 cold damage. So
to
Moona, you
just
have
Haskell?
resistance to that.
Yep. So that means I take half, right?
Mm-hmm. And
I'm going to use my stone's endurance as well.
okay. Oh, and on the you who saved, you take half of that. And then Haskell and Mooneye, you also are paralyzed.
Oh, no. All right.
That's some rough stuff.
It is.
And then this thing is going to step up. Actually,
Okay.
it doesn't need to go that far. It's just going to step up and start swinging at Sir Stew Drinker here,
All right.
who is not yet raging. Am I right about
Correct. Yes.
that? Oh, you don't want that. You want this. That is a 22
Definitely a hit.
and a 25. Okay, so I'll just roll all the damage at once.
Okay.
These are the big guns, you guys. Those water weirds were just warm-up stuff. Why do I keep forgetting to push the R, you guys? It's not difficult.
I don't know.
Because you want
It's
to
not
freak
a
us out
difficult
when we
job
see the
I have.
numbers.
Oh my gosh. Okay, there it goes. 62 damage total from both
Ooh.
hits. Stew
Ouch.
Drinker.
Okay. Stew Drinker is down.
Boom, this my turn to have a cool narrative fight thing. This skeleton just steps up with its huge great axe, one that would maybe even give Stew Drinker pause, and just slashes down and drops him in one fell swoop, while Mooneye and Haskell look on, paralyzed with ice.
Oh,
And
shit.
it is also, I'm sorry, I think I said 3. I should have said 4. I made a mistake. That was 4 villain points.
Was that a crit?
It was not a crit. It was both hits. I just rolled all the damage at once.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
more sense. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, he's just rolling a casual 60-12 every hit. It's fine.
And he
You
goes
guys
down,
will be
like, if
fine.
bypasses his resistance.
He's not raging yet.
Oh, you're not raging yet. Oh, crap.
Yeah, that initiative roll will get you. Okay, speaking of Stu, it's now your turn. You can heroic recovery if you would like to use your hero point. That would leave you
Okay.
conscious at 1 hit point and still up.
I will
Okay,
just say
I-
out loud that both the healers are
Yeah.
paralyzed.
I would like to do that.
Okay,
So,
hero
hero
point,
point
used.
used. And now, having taken such a devastating blow, seeing the sheer power of this thing, Stew Drinker looks over, notices that his brother is frozen. His friend Haskell is frozen. He's gonna turn to Quill real quick and say, "Are you okay?"
We have to kill that thing. We don't know how long they're going to be paralyzed for.
Right. All right. And now, Stew Drinker is going to go into a rage and move forward. Actually, I'm going to try to move. Yeah, I'll move right there and recklessly take that first swing at this thing.
Okay,
21, so 23
Yeah.
with affirmation.
mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, that's 12 points of damage.
Okay,
And second swing, 24 to hit.
yes, that will certainly hit.
13 points of damage.
Okay, Stew Drinker giving it right back. though
And-
not quite as
Yeah.
strong.
Right. And I'd say like maybe after seeing it take 2 big hits and still looking pretty sturdy, Stew Drinker's gonna turn to Quill again and say, "Hey, just in case, I'm glad I bet you."
Eat your. Did you have a cookie? Eat a cookie quickly.
Can I
You
do
can-
that
You can do
as
it
a
as
bonus action? Okay.
Sure. I'll
Okay.
allow it. It's a Chwinga cookie.
You are
All
going
right.
to be just fine.
How?
2d4 plus 2 is how much healing it does.
Okay.
As you add that up, I'll go to Haskell, who is paralyzed. You don't get another save because it'll just wear off at the end of the round.
Sounds good.
Moon Eye, same with you.
Okay.
So we'll jump right to Quill.
I'm not prepared for this. Okay. Quill will cast a. Ooh. Okay, so she's gonna go for a witch bolt. But I'm gonna heighten it to 3rd level.
Okay.
So my first attack is going to be. Let's see if that goes. Oh my gosh, it was just a 10.
A 10
So
is not going
12.
to do it. A 12's not going to do it. Are you going to hero point or?
Yeah, I'll hero point to
Okay.
roll again. Okay. Nat 20.
Woo!
Oh!
That's quite a hero point.
Okay. So what does Nat 20 do on a spell? Does it double the damage?
Same damage dice. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Same as,
So let me double check that I'm rolling the same stuff here. A witch bolt heightened up by 2 means I'm going to be doing 3d12 lightning. So I'm going to do 6d12 lightning
mm-hmm.
damage. Let's go ahead and roll that. Is it /R?
Yes. Don't follow my bad example.
Try not to. We'll see what happens here. All right, that is
Oof.
kind of a low roll. I will spend a point from my sorcery thing, and I'm going to re-roll my 3, my 3, and my 4.
Okay.
So that's 3d12. Beautimus. At least the 4 turned into a 12 instead. So that is going to be, oh gosh, I have to use a calculator because people are looking at me and I can't
It's
do
50.
math. Thank you, 50. Thank you. Okay, so I do 50 damage to this thing. So so she does
Nice.
the whole thing where she like stands still and then she puts a foot out to the side and she spins in a circle and falls down into like a stance, and like a bolt of energy comes from her hands and latches onto it. And so she's got this big bolt of, I think it's lightning? I don't remember now.
You said lightning.
Yeah, lightning damage is going to attach onto it and her, and it's like connected, and she's doing this much damage.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure on. Everyone's frozen.
There's
They
a
can't do
ton of pressure.
anything.
Absolutely, there's a ton
Okay.
of pressure.
And once the spell like finishes, like she's connected to it, the air will again surround her and lift her up and carry her back a little further to safety. I'm gonna say to here, just to get out of range of being hit.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Very cool. I love
My
it.
turn.
That was great. Before you end your turn, do you want to go ahead and say how you do it?
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so I feel like all this damage is like crackling through from her hands into it, and like as the wind like lifts her up and she's like starting to alight back down onto her feet, that just like a rib pops out on the skeleton, then another, and its arm falls off, and it just starts to like shudder and shake, and it just collapses into a cacophony of bones.
Yeah. It is very cool. And Haskell, you are not unconscious, and you you're front and center to see Quill do this thing.
Yeah, in fact, he couldn't even look away if he tried.
Exactly. You have to watch this happen. Yes, so it does crumble into a pile of bones, and as you finish your turn, I will do this. You hear a high, waily voice. No, my pet, what have you done? And you see none other than the supposed lake witch. And I will show you this cool picture because it's so cool.
Right.
Oh,
Ooh.
snap!
Oh.
Is she? I made the
Oh.
picture larger, and are those entrails?
Yeah,
That's sure what it looks like.
yeah. You aren't in that room, but that is entrails and body parts she's putting into that cauldron. Very on brand for a lake witch, wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah.
And I guess I should bring along her little companion.
She doesn't need more companions.
It's just a little will-o-wisp. It's her best friend.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Guys, don't be mean to the will-o-wisp.
that's what
I
I'm
think the
saying.
witch is behind me.
I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Frost Giants initiative for her. So she steps over and shrieks as you guys kill her skelly. And let's see. All of you. No, not all of you. Everyone except Quill. You guys all need to make. Where did it go? You all need to make wisdom saving throws,
Except for Quill?
except for Quill.
Okay.
Moon Eye is like, this is fine. With that
I
25.
never run.
That's gonna be not very good. That's gonna be 14 with chat.
At 20.
Okay.
Oh
You-
wow, you're getting a ton of them.
So what this was is her horrific appearance. You all feel like she's just very disturbing to look at on just like a very base instinctive level. You don't like looking at her, but you all steel yourselves, especially Stu. You're just ready to go. So you guys all save. However, she is going to cast a spell.
Are we still in initiative?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
I just took the Frost Giant's turn.
Sure.
As her, yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this. Sorry, I would have prepared her turn more. I just like was not expecting you guys to kill that skeleton so quick.
That was
Good
a
for
very
you.
explosive fight.
Yeah, it really was.
Yes, it was.
So Haskell and Stew Drinker need to make. Well, Haskell, you're paralyzed, so you're gonna fail this.
Am I
but Stew
paralyzed, or
Drinker-
did it end at the end?
Oh,
of my
you are
turn?
Yeah, I
correct.
thought it
Yes,
wore it
you're
off.
not paralyzed. You're correct. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, Haskell and Stew.
Now we're talking. No more of these constitution things.
Is this something I can see coming?
Yes.
All right. Danger sense advantage.
21.
All right.
22.
Both of you guys are going to save and take half of this.
Okay. Okay.
So nervous. I was not expecting to go straight into this. Whew.
32 is what I rolled, so take half. That's
96.
lightning damage. I need to narrate what she's doing. Sorry, I'm like, my brain's firing on all cylinders. So she yells at you. You guys look at her. She's so horrifically ugly, but you're okay with it. And she starts moving her hands and casting a spell, and a lightning bolt shoots out from her hand in a line and hits the back wall as it passes through Haskell and Stu.
Okay.
I am dying.
Okay. The will-o-wisp that is next to her is going to... It sees that you have dropped, Haskell, and is going to float over to you. And you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's the bad one again. Okay.
Oh no.
How about an 8?
Can I use a hero point to have Haskell re-roll it?
You can. Haskell can also heroic recovery, but one of those things needs to happen for Haskell to not die right now. Die.
Let's see. I'm probably gonna have to heroic recover anyways, so I'll just take this one. I'll just heroic recovery.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So the will-o-wisp thought you were down, and it was coming to consume life, is what it's called. It was getting ready to Death Eater the life out of you, but it was mistaken, and Haskell is actually
spit in its face.
Yes,
It's
he
not
is up.
face.
He's risen again once more, and
Get off of me.
now, Stu Drinker, you are up.
Okay. 5. All right. I'm gonna get next to both of these, and recklessly attacking this witch. Just based on casual observation, does it seem like this will-o'-the-wisp is like a minion of this witch?
As opposed to like its own thing, or what do you mean?
I just want to see if it has the witch's well-being in mind, almost like a guard of some sort.
Oh, well, it floated in here with her.
Okay.
You don't really get any emotional read since it's just kind of a ball of light, but
Right. Okay.
it did float in here with her, so.
Okay, sounds good. I am going to take a big reckless swing at her.
By the way, we've been raided. Throw some hype in chat.
Oh, raid time!
Hey.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Welcome.
All right. 28 to hit the witch.
Yes.
Okay. That'll be 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take my extra attack against the will-o'-the-wisp. Uh, 19 with chat.
Yep.
Okay. That'll be 12 points of damage.
Okay. You, so kind of similar sense to the water where you sort of whoosh through it, and you do feel like you did damage, but not as much as you did to the witch.
Okay. I would like to look at the will-o'-the-wisp and say, if you don't stop me, I'm gonna kill your master.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
All right, Haskell. You're clinging to life.
I'm gonna say this in Sylvan to it. And if you don't stop him, I'm going to wear her face. And then I'm gonna cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds on myself. And then I am going to Now, disengage, do I have to go directly away, or does it just let me move and not take reactions?
Disengage, it doesn't include a movement. So.
Oh, so disengage is like you do it and then you can move?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to heal myself first.
So with your blessing, basically, your bonus action can be that you disengage and then you can move away safely, is how your
gotcha.
blessing works.
Okay, I heal myself for 18.
Oh, man.
Thank goodness you didn't roll like all 1s or 2s again.
I know. That's in the past. That's old Haskell.
Chat's feeling a little evil.
Yeah, they're going
nefarious.
villainous.
Okay, and then I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
And I'm going to... I can go through my own allies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go stew drinker to here, and I'm going to surround this witch.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so that was my bonus, my move, my attack. I'm done.
Yep. All accounted for. Moon Eye, you're up.
I am going to move forward, and if you could move me, because Roll20 has not cooperated with me for some
You're
reason. I
still
can't see the map
paralyzed?
anymore. Yep. But I'm going to move forward, and as I do, call on the spirits of Twilight to come and aid us. So swirling around me comes all these forms of animals like bears and owls and insects and lizards.
Snow foxes.
And snow foxes. Things that come out at twilight time. And they surge about. And I should be able to get close enough that it will pass at least through the witch. Or no, at least through the spirit at the moment.
Is this centered on you, or what is this effect?
It is centered on me, and they fly 15 feet out from me.
Okay. I will go ahead and give you an aura so that you can keep track. Although, I guess you can't see the map anyway, huh?
No. Oh, it's finally caught up.
Oh, that's so cool.
I can see it.
Save.
That is
And it
super
does
neat.
not affect any of my compatriots.
Sweet.
Yeah, cool. They flit around you to a distance of 15 feet. Okay. Cool. So halved enters the area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. Got it. Okay. Quill. You're up.
Okay. Quill is going to move out to see what the hell is going on. 5, 10. Oh, sorry, I'm messing up so bad. Okay, so she's gonna come to here, and she'll see this thing, and everyone is like
Chaos.
And she will like bring her hands up on either side of herself, and her eyes will suddenly have like a little flame dance through them, and 3 motes of fire will like burst into being above her, and she's going to do a scorching ray, I think it's called, and she's going to fire off each one at the witch.
Excellent.
Okay. This is I have to roll for each one. Hopefully I roll high. The first one is a 13. Not
Chat has turned against you for the moment. That does not hit.
Okay, second one. 25.
Yes.
That hits. The third one. 16.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one just goes like screeching by her and just lights up the wall. And then the other 2 like triangulate off that missed one, and just one hits her in like one side of chest, and the other one hits in the other, and she will do a total of 20 damage. I will spend a hero point, and Levistus's like creeping like power is like gonna like spread more down her arm. And I'm going to do 50% more damage.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if it goes off of each one individually for a total of 10 more, or just like the combined total.
Well, I think it
20.
would be the same either way.
I think you're right. Okay.
Okay.
So it's like 30 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant on a bonus action to open the crystal, the whale song.
The whale.
and
You're
let-
gonna.
let
Are
the-
you gonna
the
open it or
song
shatter
pour out.
it?
I will shatter it.
Okay. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to know what kind of how
I'll just
Moon Eye.
crush it.
Yeah. How Moon Eye approaches this whale song thing. Okay, you now have your pool of 3d6s that you can use.
Okay.
All right. She is up.
So scary.
Let's see here.
She has to save against my spirit.
Yes, she does. It is a wisdom saving
Wisdom.
throw. What's my DC?
14.
14. She definitely failed. So 3d8 radiant
3d8
damage.
radiant. Yep.
Oh, and I'll do that for the will-o-wisp too because it's in here. Wow, why does a will-o-wisp have so much wisdom? The will-o-wisp saves. It's a
Ooh.
very wise
Thought that would
little
be the
ball of
opposite.
light. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll take half of whatever you roll up.
You want me to roll it?
Yeah. It's your cool spell. You can roll it.
Thanks.
6. Whoa, that's such a
Um,
sad D8 roll.
I know. I'm gonna spend one of my. I think I have at least 1 point. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 1 hero point to re-roll that.
You cannot use your hero points to reroll damage.
Oh.
But you can use one of your D6s if you. No, I said that on checks only
No.
too. JK, okay. You're stuck with the 1, 2, 3.
6 it is.
6 it is. Poor little. The animals are still getting warmed up. They
That's
just got summoned. They're like, what the heck is going on? Okay. Her turn. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the will-o-wisp first. It will. It'll like reach out. It kind of just like floats toward you, Stew Drinker, and is gonna try and shock you. Am I still affirmated? I'm affirmated by 1. I don't
You're
think a
affirmated by
13's gonna
1.
do it though.
You have advantage because I attacked recklessly.
I do have advantage.
Oh, what an honest hero you are.
That is only a 16. Is that
16 will hit.
Oh, okay. What an honest hero indeed. And you are gonna take 6 little lightning damage as this thing like
All right.
buzzes up and zaps you.
Stew Drinker will go down again.
The will-o-wisp did listen
Yeah.
to what you said.
Oh!
And as a bonus action, it's going to target you with its consume life. So it starts like you see the wisps of stew. It's kind of siphoning him up, and you need to make a Constitution save, Stew Drinker.
Okay. That's a 17.
17 will be enough, so it
Phew.
does not consume you,
Okay.
at least for now.
I don't like this thing.
I don't know.
This is so funny that this little ball of light is like so far been more threatening than the witch. Okay. I'm going to spend another villain point. But what do I want to do here? Okay. All right. I need Quill to make.
Don't say my name.
I need Quill to make a save. I need to read the spell. Where is the save? Wisdom saving throw, please.
Uh-oh.
If you will.
That's not my strong stat. I rolled a 14.
A 14, eh? Let me see what her thing is. A 14. Do you want to hero point?
Sure. I would love to hero point.
You don't
I
have
thought
to.
you were
You're
reading the
gonna
spell.
fail if you don't.
Okay, my highest one is a 16.
Okay, you will save. She starts. She moves her arms again and starts casting, and she definitely targeted you with a spell, but you resisted it.
Ooh, can I say a thing as a free action?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So she will make eye contact as like she like stands taller. I picture like Levistus maybe whispers in the back of her head that he's the only one who has dominion over her. And she will say, "We will kill your friend in front of you. You've lost one, you will lose another." And my eyes flick over to the will-o-wisp.
Okay. She's gonna scream out in rage, and she's going to point her green, gross, slimy finger, and I'm going to dump my last 6 villain points.
6!
Oh.
And Quill, you hear and see the skeleton next to you start like pulling itself back together, and the bones kind of like are Legoing back.
Oh, I look over at it and I say,
their shape.
I look forward to killing you once again.
You triggered her trap card.
I did. I triggered her cat. I'm going to kill all of her friends. It's going to be glorious.
Speaking of friends. Okay, that is her turn. Yes, it is. Oh, I shouldn't have gotten rid of him in the initiative. That's okay. Stu, are you going to heroic recovery?
Yes, I am. Heroic recovery used, and all right. Can I start hacking away at this witch?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I'm going to be using my last rage, and now it's all on the line. So here we go. Reckless swinging. At this point, I'm at 1 hit point, so I might as well. I'm taking it.
Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Gotta
Yeah.
risk it for the biscuit. Yes.
Ooh. That is, unfortunately, that first one is an 11 to hit.
Unfortunately, that is going to miss.
Oof. Okay.
You do have one more
spend a
hero
point to let him reroll?
I believe that is a stew drinker exclusive, a
Oh.
stew drinker specialty.
Oh, okay. All right. I will use that hero point then.
Ooh, last hero point. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen Stew Drinker miss.
Yeah, for real.
All right, here we go.
He rolled a 3 and a 4, so
That's
that
a dirty
explain
20 to hit.
that's looking better.
Okay. 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to take another swing at her. Natural 20.
Nice.
All right.
Okay. That'll be 21 points of damage.
Okay. Normally I would ask how you want to do it, but I've just been resupplied with some villain points.
Oh,
So
snap.
I'm gonna keep her up for a little longer.
All right. Okay.
But that is, you definitely, you would have dropped her.
All right. In this case, like what I'm picturing is that, like after having been downed, after having been struck so many times, he's channeling as much of that rage as he can so that he can fight longer with his allies, with his comrades, with his friends, taking those swings, using that hero point. It's just him digging in deep, trying his best, using whatever reserves he has at potentially his last moments, taking those swings, and just this look of frustration as he is unable to finish the job. But that'll be it for Stew Drinker.
Okay. Haskell.
Moon Knight, you got some heals because Haskell's feeling real dark right now.
I can hit somebody with a heal. Yep.
Okay. Do I need a heal? No, I healed myself last turn. Okay. Yeah, Haskell is going to just attack her. So
Okay.
let's do that. He's gonna get out his ice sickle. He's gonna take a swing.
Before
That
you take
is-
that swing,
Huh?
I'm sorry to interrupt. Did we have another round? She went before us, right? Should she have saved on my spirits? Or am I off on that?
She should have.
Oh, okay.
When she hit, when she revitalized the skeleton.
Yeah, you're right. I will save for her. I think the result would be the same. I think, like, Stu would have still done enough to drop her and we would still be where we are today. But I will save. For the sake of acknowledging your wonderful spell. And that is a 7 to 19. Man, chat is going back and forth right now.
They're fighting for it.
Yeah, they are.
So she takes 8.
Okay.
Does 19 hit her?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do my last bardic inspiration for a psychic blades and add 2d6 psychic to that. So that is a total of 5 slashing, 4 cold, 5 psychic.
Okay. I am going to drop villain points and keep her up.
Dang it. Okay. And then I am gonna move to right here. And that is my turn.
All right. Moon Eye, you've most definitely noticed this skeleton also.
Mm-hmm.
Haskell and Stu both kind of have murder on the mind at the moment, so I don't blame them for not
The little
noticing.
cat tried to suck our life force away.
I don't blame you. However, Quill will very shortly have a large-sized problem.
Okay.
Yes. Stu, where are you for life at the moment?
I'm at 1.
That's what I thought. I'm going to cure wounds on Stu at a all I can really afford is a level 1.
Okay. I appreciate it, brother.
Oh, here we go.
Whoa.
11.
Man, big ol' level 1 heal.
Nice.
And is the frost giant in my circle as well?
Yeah, he's just clipping it.
Okay, that's what I thought. In that case, I'll stay, or I guess I can step a little bit closer to him. I can't move it again, though. I've screened
Once
out again
again.
on roll
Okay.
20.
What is your DC, by the way? I should have saved for the Will-O-Wisp
14.
last turn. 14. Okay. Will-O-Wisp will take that 8 then as well. Okay. You want to stay put? Or
I'll move 1 square towards the giant just to make sure he's in
Okay.
me.
Yep.
Spirits.
Everyone's in there. In your little tornado of
Yep.
spirit pets.
Spirits.
Okay. Quill, you are up.
Quill has on that same kind of like smug smile that she had somewhat recently. Now this thing is like rising up and coming into form. It hasn't like picked up its weapon yet, right? Like I could move without being attacked.
It could maybe like slash at you. But it hasn't fully gotten itself together. I'll tell you what, it would take an op attack. He'll have disadvantage.
I have a very low AC, but this is a pretty
the terms.
dope move that I want. Oh, Moon Eye, you moved into the exact wrong spot. You're gonna get really hurt, bud.
All right.
Okay, so she will cast the spell.
Quill hurting her teammates with magic. It's just another Monday night, guys.
It's just another Monday night, guys.
That's right.
She'll cast her spell, and she'll move. She'll fly 5, 10 to here. Then if my line is correct, I'm going to cast a line spell, and it can go 100 feet. Can I cast it like this and hit all 3 of these things, including my friend? I don't have a... I'm going to make it snap.
So this is where your line's going to be.
I can't do this?
I think you'd have to be, if you're
well,
right here, the line would go through this corner, and then it would go and hit all of them.
If I was right here?
Right there, yeah.
Okay. So I can fly there. I have enough space to do that. And then it would hit these ones. I just didn't know if that was going to hit the guy. Okay.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So she casts it, right? And she's like holding it in front of her chest, and it is a huge ball of lightning. And it's growing and growing to like the point where she can't like fully control it anymore. And when she like the wind lifts her up, her hair like flies all out, and she settles there. And as she does, she like pushes her hands together and forward to force this bolt of lightning to shoot through 100 feet until it hits the wall, of course. And she's going to try and do a lightning bolt.
Oh, she did that earlier.
Nope, she's never cast lightning bolt before.
Sorry, I mean this witch did that earlier.
Oh, the witch
so
did
you're
that
just
earlier.
Bringing it right back.
I'm bringing it back.
Dex saves from everybody.
Dex saves. Hexeter says, see, this is why the wisps are so mad. Y'all keep tossing around bigger and brighter lights than they have. It's envy. Moon Eye, you're going to take full damage.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay. That's probably smart. I didn't even yell for you to get down. I just...
Taking full damage.
It's 16 with chat and the hero point. Does that save against you, Quill?
Nope.
Why is your DC so big?
I have a special item.
Okay. I think the
wisp saves.
The wisp saves.
The wisp saves?
The wisp saves. That's very
my
fitting.
Gosh, if I could spend a hero point, I would, but I won't because I want to do big damage. So it'll just take half damage.
Mm-hmm.
This will be 8d6.
Oh, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
8d6. I'm hoping it'll just kill this thing again. Let's see. 8d6. 31 damage.
That's lots.
I am going to spend a, oh my gosh, for what it's called, sorcerer point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to re-roll both 2s and one of the 3s to see if I get higher numbers.
Okay.
So re-roll 3d6, which will then replace it.
Wow.
I rolled a 665.
Whoa!
Smiling. Okay.
So that is 3, 6. That's 8 more.
That's 8
We're all
more.
excited, and Moon Eye's like
39.
sweating at that reroll.
Oh,
39. And then I'm going to spend my final hero point, and I'll feel like Levistus start like creeping back down towards my back, like his power that's been fueling me. And I'm going to do 50% more damage with this big line attack.
Okay.
The only problem with this plan, Quill, is it's going to be you and the giant still alive. The rest of us are all going to be dead.
Yeah. It'll be a
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, it'll be a problem. Okay,
Okay,
so that
hang on.
was
So 39, so that'll
divided
be
by 2 is
19 more.
19. Yep. So
Okay.
58 damage. I'm
Here's
hoping
what-
I just kill this thing before it gets all the way animated.
Well, you dropped Moon Eye, that's for sure.
Yep, took me out.
Yeah, Moon Eye's down. And okay, here's what happens.
Okay.
You do in fact shoot this lightning straight through the frost giant skeleton as it's trying to assemble itself, and it immediately just starts crumbling back down. This time the bones look fried for good. They're smoking and crackling with energy. And you hit the will-o-wisp and the witch dead on, and you see them both drop down. However, in the last moments, the wisp, like as it's like fading and flickering and blinking, it flies and like goes into the witch's mouth, and she is dropped and on the ground, but the will-o-wisp seems to
I have a thing before
basically-
she's on the ground.
Okay.
I have a reaction. So
Okay.
as she's crackling and dropping to the ground, I'm gonna hook her on the cheek as a reaction with my icicle, and his eyes are gonna flare purple, and he's gonna just like bring her face right to his. Thank you for helping my friend reach her full potential. I'll be taking your shadow now. And her shadow is gonna kind of quiver, and it's gonna shift on the ground behind Haskell. I'm using Mantle of Whispers.
This is if they drop to 0.
This is if
Or-
they die.
Okay. Well, I have a thing before you do that.
Oh, okay.
As you grab her and she is like on her way down, she says, "Wait. I have something you want, and you won't get it if you kill me. I can promise you that."
Oh, no mercy.
Okay. It's not my turn. I can't do anything else.
I mean, we're like, we can kind of, the other enemies are dead. The will-o-wisp is giving her just like a shred of life as it's been absorbed into her. So we don't need to necessarily be in turns. I guess we will keep turns because someone needs to deal with the fact that Moon Eye is dying, but we'll kind of slow things down for a moment. Yeah, so she says this to you, Haskell, and she looks at you and she says, "I know that glow in your eyes. You hear the voices too."
Take her shadow, Haskell. It will look good on you.
He's going to glance up at Quill, and then he's going to glance down back to her. What do you mean? Explain it.
"You won't know if you kill me. You'll never know."
He's going to look over at Quill again.
It is your choice, my friend. I thought it would satisfy you to kill her.
"Please, I won't bother you again. I will give you everything and more."
Monsters like you are why I'm here in the first place.
Ask her where her cauldron is.
Where's your cauldron?
She points behind you, down these stairs here behind you, Haskell.
Do I have the control to kill her, or do I need to wait till it's my turn?
I'll give you like the opportunity to say you want to do that, and then I will move through turn and to make sure that no one like is like, "No, wait," you know. So if you have that intent, we can go back to turn order.
Okay. He's gonna look back towards the cauldron, and he's gonna look back towards her.
"Please, I can make you rich. I can make you wise. I can give you information and answers. Please, just don't kill me."
The same creature with a different face took everything from me. And he's gonna go to kill her.
All right, Stu. Any
Stew
objections?
Drinker is going to actually run over to Moon Eye, who's down and dying, and like drop his sword to pick him up, to take him over to Haskell because he knows that Haskell has healing powers, or at least has shown healing powers in the past.
Okay.
Haskell, can you save my brother?
Yeah.
Stu does this, and Haskell, it is your turn.
Okay. I mean, he's a little dark and focused right now, so he's gonna worry about killing her first. Am I just making attack rolls like normal?
No, you can just do it.
Okay.
Coup
Yeah.
de grace.
He's just gonna cut her down. He's gonna get it out of her cheek, cut it
Does he
across
even
her
does he even
throat.
look at Moon Eye or Stu
No,
Drinker?
he's not. He looks like he's not even paying attention to anybody right now. His eyes are still flaring all purple. He's got like a real sinister look on his face. He's just gonna cut her across the throat with it, and then he will take her shadow with this reaction.
Okay. Some blood spatters onto Moon Eye. Actually, as Stu Drinker, you're holding him next to Haskell and Moon Eye. You do need to make. I guess you could dump hero points and just stabilize, recover. Or if you guys want to do death saving throws, you can.
Yeah, I got hero points.
Okay.
I will spend them. How many do I have
Okay.
to spend to recover?
Both of them. All right, so you feel this warm ick splatter on your face, Moon Eye, as you sort of recover yourself and wake up a bit. And you see the dead witch on the ground.
And you're being princess carried by your brother.
Haskell's not even going to look at Moon Eye. He's going to turn around. He's going to kind of storm off this direction a little bit. He's going to throw his icicle at the wall. And he's just going to drop onto his knees, and he's going to look up at the ceiling. Why? Why did you leave me on this forsaken place? All of you. After everything I did. Why am I here? And he's going to kind of grab his head and just look like he's in anguish. Just shut up. All of you.
You actually hear a voice in response, Haskell. And it's one that it feels familiar, and yet you can't really place having heard this one specifically before. But it's, if I had your cool voice changer, Chase, I should get one of those. That'd be cool. But
Yeah.
it's very, very deep and low, inhuman, and in a language you can understand it weirdly, but you can recognize that it is not a language that you like remember knowing. Yeah. And it just fills your mind, and it says, I brought you here.
Who are you? And he's saying this out loud.
And then it kind of fades. You don't hear anything. Your mind is quiet once more.
I will be the end of you. Be assured I will. And he's going to step up and he's going to go walk over and just heal Moon Eye without saying anything to anybody. I'll do a third level. For 17.
Did you get the answer you were looking for, Haskell?
What are you talking about?
You seemed to be struggling just a moment ago.
I'm not struggling with anything. And neither are you for once. You did good.
Quill, your body feels cold. Kind of along those those areas that you have seen this handprint before, obviously, but now you feel that cold has spread.
Thank
as
you.
Haskell says this.
Thank you, Haskell.
Don't thank me. Just keep it up.
I will do my best. Moonai, how are you?
I will heal. Thank you, Haskell. And thank you, brother.
That was perhaps our hardest fight yet. You both frightened me falling to the ground like that.
I always heard that once a half-giant dropped to the ground, they never got back up. I guess that was just a rumor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perhaps it is part of your handstand training.
Perhaps it is just not my day.
Haskell's gonna go pick his sickle back up.
But
Okay.
I would like it if we could perhaps sit for a while.
You could tell
You-
us one of your stories, Haskell.
I'm not in the mood for stories today.
I think sitting in silence would be better.
I can play you
Haskell
a
is
song
obviously
from my
tired.
home.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait till I'm asleep. It will help me sleep deeper.
It will help lull you to sleep.
Coming from this chamber over here, obviously there was so much going on, you probably didn't really register this, but now that things have calmed down a bit, you hear the steady crackle of a fire, and Stew Drinker, you know this sound very well. The bubbling of, like a boiling pot, boiling liquid. And you also all smell this. It's actually quite good. It smells like a very delicious, warm, hot stew. I mean, that is what it is. Now that you're not in kill and survival mode, you guys pick up on these details.
Haskell's sitting down and starting to play a very, edgy
Very
tune on his drum.
melancholy song. A funeral dirge.
Pretty much.
Quill will go find her Yeti tyke and bring it over to where they are chilling out. And she's just has it in her lap and she's stroking it like the cat in Godfather. Just kind of thinking back about how explosive her spells were this time and what exactly made them that way.
Indeed.
As far as the sound of the cauldron, Stew Drinker knows that it was from this, or at least it was the possession of this witch, and though the smell is enticing, I think Stew Drinker will hold off right now because seeing the unnatural magics she had to raise this immense being that struck him down in one blow, he's gonna be a little more hesitant, but he will turn to Quill and say, with strength like that, I think if you wanted to, you'll grow a beard in no time.
She'll laugh and then she'll hold her like Yeti tyke up like it's back so it looks like she has a long white beard.
I think this will be enough for me for now. Do we want to investigate or should we rest first? I am quite curious as to what is in that cauldron.
As am I. but I know I am resting.
They can go either way.
Sounds like possibly a short rest.
Yeah, sounds like we're going to do a short rest.
Okay. You may roll any hit dice you so desire.
Add 2d6 if you do any healing dice. We regain 1 hit dice every time we long rest, right?
It is actually half, but I looked it up last time. But I think I might look into.
Holy
Oh my
crap.
I'm using all of the hit dice.
I rolled all of mine.
I'm at full health.
So many dice that just rolled across my screen.
I messed up my macro. Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
I'm at full health. So I'm
That
just gonna
can't be
chill
right.
here.
I did not roll 3 on that many dice.
What's wrong with you?
Oh no.
I'm gonna roll it for you.
No, I got this.
R 3D what?
I did it. I got it.
Okay.
Done. You've
Wow, that
healed.
was a really bad roll.
Well, he's in a really bad mood.
It's
What do you
true.
expect?
He's not telling stories.
All right. As you guys tally up health, are you going to investigate the next chamber after you've rested?
Yeah, I mean, Haskell will go check it out if nobody else is going to.
Stew Drinker will go with Haskell.
I know your name is Stew Drinker, but I wouldn't drink anything from this cauldron.
You guys are just biased because I showed you the character art.
That's true.
Is there a
However,
person there with all of their entrails out?
once you round the corner, it is not hard to see that indeed, Stew Drinker, this is probably not stew you want to be drinking. You see okay, so there's like a kind of a makeshift stone table in here with blood that looks to be her makeshift butchering table. Heaped atop and around this block are rusty hatchets and flayed corpses, 4 of which appear to be fresher. You see their discarded clothing matches that of some townsfolk, perhaps fishermen. And you see pieces of them floating in the cauldron, as well as plenty of other unidentifiable bits in there. And let me just make sure that there's nothing else important in here.
We're supposed to bring this back, right?
Yep.
That was the plan.
This is a huge cauldron.
It is quite large.
Good thing
I'll
we
just-
have dogs.
I'm gonna give you guys that picture one more time, just because now you can see the cauldron and the stew, or I guess the ingredients of the stew. Let's pull that up to show to players, please. Here we go.
So
Wow,
good.
the art on the sides of the thing is so so interesting. They're
Love that.
dancing satyrs that are like cheersing each other with ladles.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually, Quill,
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
examining this cauldron at all, or any of you, it's not hard to glean that this is clearly not something like of her invention. It doesn't look, it just doesn't match like the magical styles and the art and stuff. This just doesn't look like something that she
Would we
probably created.
possibly have ever heard of this cauldron?
You can make an Arcana check.
I would
Oh.
be super thrilled to do so.
Never mind. I probably have not. Oh, natural 20.
I now
Wow.
won.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, we got to come up with an idea for. So, Moon Eye, I think you probably in your religious studies, and in your studies on just like life cycles, and like life and death and, famine and plenty, all of that kind of stuff. You have certainly heard of this particular magical item. It is called the Cauldron of Plenty. And you know that if it will load, I can tell you exactly what it does. I'll give you the SparkNotes version, though. It is, you pour water into it and you stir it for 1 minute and it transforms into a hearty hot stew, which can provide 1 meal for up to 4 people per gallon.
Wow.
We can feed everyone.
The stew
Or
remains hot in the
stew
cauldron.
drinker.
And then the stew cools naturally after it is removed from the cauldron. And so I guess I did narrate fire, but that's wrong. There's no fire. The cauldron is here just steaming. But if you get close, it doesn't feel hot or dangerous to touch. It just seems to be magically keeping this stew the perfect temperature. Mooneye, you also know specifically it can do this 3 times per day, and then it stops functioning until the next sunrise.
Until it takes a long rest.
Yes, exactly. It's got to recharge its stew powers. Like a certain other stew-related creature here.
It is a powerful object that will help the town immensely. Feed the people.
Is it, though?
Doesn't matter. Either way, this is what we're supposed to bring. Mr. Magnificent requested it.
I think that this is a cauldron that boils down enemy corpses and allows the witch to summon them at will. That is how she was able to summon that terrible monster outside.
I always knew that Ronaldo was a necromancer. Either way, let's just bring it to him. We have other business to attend to.
This thing seems it's quite large, as has been pointed out. But you think it would be almost impossible to move with all of the liquid inside it.
Stew, you must begin to drink. Haskell, I am quite curious.
No, just dump it.
I left Stew Drinker's face. He's just like, wait, what? Hold on a minute.
Haskell's gonna charge it and try to topple it over.
Oh,
Haskell is.
Yep.
Just, okay, Haskell.
He's gonna
the
running
small one.
start. He's gonna throw himself into
4
it.
times the size of you, Haskell.
I just hear the boom as he hits it, and she just walks over to Mooneye.
the witch was saying something about...
She's gonna start talking as Haskell's doing
Tell
this.
you what, Haskell, why don't you roll athletics? If you get a nat 20, you can find a way to do this.
It was a 19!
It was so close. It was so close.
If he spends a hero point, can he do it?
He's got a lot
A
of
hero point?
edgy energy right now.
All right, use a hero point.
Oh yeah, I'll use all my hero points. I'm gonna just topple this thing.
Okay, you can use all your hero points to up that thing to a
He's
a
gonna
nat 20.
get the top of it, and he's just gonna hit it right at the very top, topple it.
Do you have a mini Hulk moment? You run up to it and it doesn't budge, but you just grab it like mom moving a car off her children, kind of just sudden
As Quill is talking over him the first time, you're gonna see him in the background just walk back here and then just full charge it, topple it over.
She doesn't even break her conversation with Mooneye.
The witch was saying that there was something to find in this cave that we would not find without her. I am quite curious as to what that is.
Haskell's gonna slap Quill on the back of the calf.
I am as well.
Ow!
Why would you tell Stew Drinker to drink a stew that you just said raises the dead?
Because it was a joke, Haskell.
Don't be naive, Quill. Don't drink from a witch's cauldron. It's not even something
It's
to
was
just
a
a
very
joke,
Haskell comment.
Haskell.
Hmm.
Because
Thought
it is
Haskell had
because
possessed you
Moon
for
Eye
a
was
moment.
saying it was stew, and stew drinker drinks stew. It is not possible for him to eat everything in there.
You need
It
to work
was-
on your comedy.
What am I, naive or not funny?
Both.
No, choose one.
Some would say they go hand in hand.
That was funny, Haskell.
He's gonna gesture at Moon Eye like, see?
She just folds her arms and looks away. Cannot believe this thing.
The stew has just spilled all over the floor. It's just poured out of this cauldron and is steaming. It's melting like the topmost layer of the ice here and just soaking into the snow. And there are bits of flesh and bone. You see a couple eyeballs.
What
You
did I
see
say?
a
Oh.
finger. There's a foot in there. And it's just all
What
now
kind of
all over
eyeballs?
the ice. Would you care to go pick them up and look at them closer?
Oh yes.
Oh, okay. Sure. Go ahead.
I was not aware that there are eyeballs in here.
It's not a good
You
replacement, Moon
can
Eye.
make a medicine check.
It's an excellent delicacy.
Is he looking for a replacement?
No, I'm looking for a snack.
Oh my gosh.
They're like these candies I had once in 10 Towns. A trader brought them around. They're a little squishy, but then they pop and all the magic comes out. Stunning. What kind are they?
You just made me gag in real life. They are human.
Oh, well, that's not appropriate.
Well, we have no humans in this party, so.
Still. you
Well,
don't
Quill's
eat
like half
human eye.
human. Yeah, so there's now an empty cauldron with gross stew spilled all over the floor.
Bill stalked away when everyone was laughing at her, and she's looting that body.
Okay. She's real slimy and gross. You think she's some sort of hag. And she has quite a few things on her, but maybe nothing that is worthwhile to you, because it's like, like some tails of various creatures, some teeth. There is a weird bottle of maybe toenails. It's just kind of a bunch of weird and kind of gross odds and ends.
And that's the only things that are on her? That's...
Don't go seeking wealth on the corpses of anyone from this place, Quill.
I'm gonna look at the bottom of her shoes. Do they have a distinctive print?
Haskell, what is wrong with you today?
Do you mean what is wrong with me today?
You said that you were to not look for wealth.
Because there is none in this godforsaken place.
She doesn't have any shoes, Quill. She's barefoot.
Idiot. Okay, I'll go search the big skeleton. It had a huge weapon.
It has a huge great axe, a giant sized. It's probably too big for even Stew Drinker.
But it could be melted down for wealth.
I guess if you want to drag it back, that's possible.
We can let it-
It's got scraps of armor on it too, and it has
It's a faring bone.
it has this I don't know a good way to describe this because I'm just making this up, but it has this small it's just gonna be a necklace. That's what I've decided. It's just this small stone. It's just a gray stone that's woven onto this hempen simple piece of rope kind of thing. And that's noticeable because it does not look it looks newer than the skeleton. Like it doesn't look like it was wearing this as part of its frost giant life.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
We know that none of it is magical.
That we do. I did check that earlier.
Well, go ahead and make an Arcana check, Quill.
Oh. I'm gonna use my last hero point and reroll.
Okay.
18. No, plus 2. 20. Dirty 20.
Okay. You so you know that Haskell's detect magic should have like pinged on this skeleton, and seeing this necklace now, you think that this is some sort of
Magic dampener.
magic. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a magic blanket kind of thing. So you think you could attach it to something, or maybe lay it on an object, or like, you know, something along those lines to pass something off as mundane, so it does not trigger a detect magic spell. I'll just kind of fast forward you guys through the rest of this because you've hit the main chambers. You are welcome to go exploring in the other caves if you like. We can pick it up tomorrow, but I will say that you come over here real quick just so you can see it, and you see the same thing Haskell saw, a big frozen pool with shadows of giant skeletons in the ice. They're very like faint, so you think they're probably pretty deep down in there.
First.
And you guys, well, I guess we can just end there today because there is the bridge and stuff. There's not a ton else, but I'll let you guys explore the rest of this and give it due justice. So
Yeah.
we will
Nice.
stop there tonight. All of you a bit bruised, a bit battered, and we'll pick
Never
it
got
up
hurt.
next week.
Woohoo.
Can I
Say it
can I
one
say
more
be-
time, Quill.
Can I say before we leave that area, like Stew Drinker is upon like seeing the cauldron had kind of fallen silent, and before he leaves, like as everyone's heading out, Stew Drinker goes up to the bodies that are on the table, and he just kind of whispers to them, I'm sorry we weren't here in time," before he goes and joins back up with everyone else.
Ow. Stew Drinker's so
Nice.
wholesome.
What a good boy Stew Drinker is.
Oh, there were actually bodies in there?
Yeah, they appeared to
Oh.
be fishermen.
I'll give them last rites also.
Okay.
I didn't realize that.
You can do that. And yeah, okay. So that's where we'll wrap today. Good job, guys. You didn't die.
Nice session.
Ooh.
Thanks, chat, for tuning in, for giving the villains some love tonight. That was pretty fun. And for making sure everyone stayed alive, even while you gave love to the villains. So super cool, fun fight to everyone. Congratulations. We will be back next week, of course, to finish up this cave and see what other shenanigans and adventures we have in store. Maybe this will be enough to stop the East Haven sacrifices. We'll see. Let's see, we'll be back tomorrow night for another session of Black Void with Chase.
Dangerous one.
Yes, so come tune in. And then on Wednesday, we have our very own Ian coming to GM for us, which is so exciting. We are playing Tales of Zadia, which is the tabletop RPG based on the Dragon Prince TV show. And if you don't know what that is, you have 2 more days to go watch some on Netflix before you do.
3
So-
seasons.
Great
Go
show.
binge them.
Yeah, it's very fun, very good. I'll be playing in that, and we'll have a handful of other faces as well as a couple new faces that we haven't really seen on this channel before. So come tune in on Wednesday. And then you guys still over on Weave the Tale?
Yep, we've got 2 more weeks of parslings. We had to cancel, so we're doing that D&D episode this Thursday. It's gonna be awesome. Super excited.
Yeah, don't want to miss it. So we have a full lineup for you guys this week. That'll be super fun. Okay, cool. Well, if you would like to support our channel, you can of course follow us and subscribe here. You can also go follow over on YouTube. That's kind of where we're pushing now to get, if you need to catch up, if you just tuned in for the first time tonight, we're posting our former episodes on there as well as our other shows. So if you're wanting to catch up on our previous Tabletop Treasure Hunter seasons or anything like that, you can find all of that over on our YouTube. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can also show your support by purchasing dice and accessories from one of our affiliate partners who are all really great and awesome. You can find those links down below, and the link to our Patreon if you would like to become a patron. Oh, I always forget to announce this, but come join our Discord if you're not in it already. There's lots of fun chats that happen there, and people exchanging clips and jokes and memes and sometimes delicious food pictures. Yeah, art channel. And now a food channel we've just created. So if that's your thing, come hang out. Yeah, and those are all the good fun plug things. So if you're already doing one or all of these things, thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. You are all awesome and really a huge part of the reason for why we do it, other than just to have fun. But you guys being here makes it a lot more fun. So thank you. Now, go take a long rest. Don't drink stew from a witch's cauldron. And we will catch you next time. Bye.